Watch this.
Next, football talk is a big hit. Sunday nights to Wednesday nights, we striking a match cause we lit. Y'all know the name, we call it the Dub. On Friday nights, it feel like a club. Getting that VIP treatment on the sideline, they showing us love. Great interviews, go hugs, put in work, go good. Texas youth and high school talking to page on Facebook, hold up. Coach trying to stand on the scene, giving advice, he do what he mean. Jay Mack and Swaggy Wick, rocking the gear, it's so clean.
We rise and go easy, off the easy for cheesy. When my steppers are special kids, making picks so easy. Trying to win, we so greedy. All our fans are so needy, cause they need to hear them talk about that club. We do it for the dub.
We do it for the dub. We do it for the dub. We do it for the dub. That DF dub. We do it for the dub. We do it for the dub. We do it for the dub. That DF dub.
Welcome to the Dub, number one high school podcast starring Pat Botese, Jeremy McInnes, Whitfield Roderick, Coach Carr, and Ron Riser.
Well, all right. What's happening? What's going on? Welcome to the number one talk show. Speak out.
The Dub, baby. You heard it first. The Dub.
Salute.
What's happening?
Hey, man, it's Sunday night, man. I think I got, hold on, we got Swag.
Oh,
What
look
it
at
do?
that. We we deep
Swag,
tonight.
you sure you want to be driving and riding around on the show, man? I mean,
Yeah, man. That's my boy, man.
Hey, man, you know me, I'm straight.
You just came from working out?
Yeah.
hey, man, it's Sunday night, man. Once again, we here, man, and it feels good to be with the fellas. Hey, man, I gotta ask y'all, man, we gonna get together and watch these final games or what? What we doing?
Well,
Oh,
actually,
we
I'll
got to,
be at
man. At
game.
least we
Swag.
gotta catch at least one game together.
You know, the first game is
Yeah, I'm
Thursday.
down with it.
We got to. Come on, fella. We gotta at least catch at least one.
No, we gotta go,
I'm
dog.
down. I'm down.
I don't care. We can go to Boomer Jacks. We can go to what's the wings place?
Pluckers.
Pluckers. It don't matter.
It don't even matter, man.
But yeah, we gotta meet up. Swag, you going in and out on your internet. Can you hear us?
Yeah, I know, man. It's this damn it's this reception out here in Oak Cliff. Oak Cliff, it's terrible.
That's not true because I can hear very well.
Got you at Oak Cliff,
You're not gonna
right?
sit there and lie on no clip. You from
I
Seguin,
figured he
and Houston,
ready to park my car.
Say, Coach.
and Arkansas.
Hey, the homie said go to Wing City. Where's Wing City?
Wing
at?
City.
You talking
I heard about
Where's
that.
that, James? Where's that?
They better have some good wings. I know that.
I heard they do.
Wayne C.
Yeah, man. Hey, man, but
I
before we
heard.
bring on the guests, man, we got a special guest, man. We got a young DC who I think he's a young guy, man. You know, I love to kind of spotlight the young coaches up and coming, man. So, and I heard this cat on the interview, man. I was like, you know what? That dude right there gonna be a head coach one day, or he gonna be in the college system, maybe even pro, wherever he want to do. We'll find out. But I was just impressed with this young cat, man, and he's under one of the guys that we like, Coach Gordon over there at Arlington, Seguin, Coach AJ Smith, man. So before I bring him on, though, I gotta ask y'all real quick, cause we're gonna talk about it later. But real quick, man, what's going on with this Caitlin Clark, man? Is she getting bullied, or is the media overhyping it?
First of all, what you can't do is bring this up now and consider us to have a brief discussion, go into another discussion, and then come back to that discussion.
Okay, let me
Like
bring it.
we there's order to what we do, man. You can't do
That
that.
way.
He'll never come
That
on
way.
if we do that. There you
Well,
go.
I'm gonna bring him on now, Coach. I'm gonna bring you
All
on
right.
now because I ain't want to leave you there too long, man. How you doing?
No,
man?
you're good. You're
What
good.
up,
I'm doing
Coach?
well. Thank you. I appreciate you guys for having me and inviting me on to you guys' podcast.
Hey, man, it's a pleasure, man. It's a pleasure, man. You seem like a great young brother. We're gonna get to know you a little bit, man. We're gonna get your opinions and just find out about your journey, man. So I guess we ain't gonna talk. We'll talk about Caitlin Clark later.
All right. All right.
Talk like Willow said, that might be an hour. So we don't know. So give us a little brief description of your journey and how you got up to the point to where you're the defense coordinator at Arlington Seguin.
Yes, sir. So, my name is Coach AJ Smith. I am the defense coordinator currently at the Arlington Seguin. I am the DC under the head coach Joe Gordon. But I'm originally was born in Phoenix, Arizona. We moved at a very young age to Oklahoma. My mom moved us and my two sisters, and so I grew up my whole life from kindergarten all the way throughout high school in a small town called Stillwell. And the population at the time was probably around 2,500 to 3,000. I'm telling you, it's out in the woods, out in the boonies. It ain't nothing around us. Fayetteville, Arkansas is probably the biggest city to us, which is where the University of Arkansas is, and it's probably about 45 minutes away, almost 50 minutes. But grew up there, played football all my life. Started playing when I was in 5th or 6th grade, and had no offers out of high school. I mean, when I started in high school, I was a freshman. I started on offensive line. I was left tackle. It wasn't a good look, Freshman year on varsity, we went 0-10. Sophomore year, we got a little bit better. We won 3 games, and we're playing at 5A. So in Oklahoma, the districts or the classes are very similar to Texas. There's 1A all the way to 6A, except for in Texas, we have, 2 divisions per class. In Oklahoma, it's just 1 class, 6A being the largest. So we were playing at 5A my first 2 years, freshman and sophomore year. My junior and senior year, we moved down back to 4A, which is what we normally are, and which we should be because we are a small school. It still was not a very big town at all. But had no offers out of high school. We weren't very good at football, and really there aren't a lot of kids that go on to play at the next level in any sport from my city or from my town just because maybe kids don't take it as serious there. At least it wasn't like that whenever I was there. But I worked hard. I worked really hard. That was one thing I always did. And I was involved in everything. It didn't matter what it was. That's one thing that I feel helped me or benefited me growing up in a small town was that I was involved in everything. Everyone was, because that's what was cool. That was what was in. Everybody was always doing everything. I played football. I ran track. I did powerlifting. I played basketball. I was on the academic team, the buzzer team, the FCCLA. I mean, everything, anything that was a club, I was involved. And that helped. I mean, I feel like that benefited me a lot, and it helped me with my work ethic too. So I was a really hard worker, and that's what got me noticed the most. Out of high school, my senior year, there's a junior college in Oklahoma called Northeastern Oklahoma A&M College. It's in Miami, Oklahoma. The defensive coordinator that was there at the time had coached previously when I was in middle school at Stillwell. So I kind of knew him a little bit. I went to school with his son for a little bit. But my head basketball coach knew him very well. So my senior year, my basketball coach is the one that called the defense coordinator up at that JUCO and told him about me. And he ended up coming down, watching a few of my practices, watching my games. And that JUCO there offered me at the end of my year. I think it was like late in the spring. So that was the only offer out of high school. I ended up going to the JUCO, which I honestly didn't have any plans to go and play at the next level of football. It was honestly just, hey, I had the offer. Let me go ahead and have them pay for my school, and I'll go, and get a degree. But I went to JUCO. Once again, I just worked hard, and I continued to work. I had a really great coach there, probably one of my best coaches that I've had throughout my whole career, just because he taught me so much, and he was young. He was about my age now whenever he was coaching me at JUCO, and he was always involved in our lives and really tried to better us, not just on the field but off the field as well, because he also was in charge of the FCA program there. One moment. Sorry, I had to clear my throat. But so he really motivated the linebacker. He's my position group coach, and helped us, thrive on and off the field. And my freshman year at this JUCO, I ended up starting.
Okay.
And and this team was the most well-knit team that I've ever been a part of, that I've played on at least. just because, you know, it didn't matter where any of these guys were from, but we were the closest I'd ever been with any other team. We all lived in the same dorm. We all went through the same struggles. Like, no one was different. Everybody was all in the same boat, and I felt like that helped us come together a lot better, and it helped us thrive because my first year at NEO at this JUCO, we ended up going on and winning the conference championship, going 12-1, I believe. We lost one game in triple overtime to Tyler Junior College, and ended up being nationally ranked, and we did a lot of great things. And this was the first season that NEO had a winning season in almost 10 years and almost a decade, you know. And so I had a really good freshman year where I started, and I was able to go and be productive and get good looks to where after my first season, that next spring, I got my first Division I offer. And it was to the University of North Texas, crazy enough. I remember the moment. Yeah, so I got my first offer to the University of North Texas, and then played my second season. I ended up getting, you know, about 10 or 11 other offers, all G5 schools like Texas State, UTEP, Old Dominion, South Alabama, Georgia Southern, all of the other G5 schools. But I ended up overall going to the University of North Texas. And I played my first.
So you went from offensive lineman, offensive right tackle to linebacker in college.
Well, nah. So my freshman year was the only year I really played true left tackle. Other than that, I'd always been defensive end and offensive line. Always defensive end, offensive line. Out of high school, though, I did go to JUCO to play linebacker. So I moved from end to linebacker whenever I went to junior college.
Okay.
Yeah. But at the University of North Texas, you know, that's where I ended up meeting my wife. You know, I had 2 years there, just spent my last 2 years there. I wasn't a real impact player. I started on every special teams. I played on different packages off the edge. I was an edge rusher. But, you know, I wouldn't say I was just an impact player at UNT. And a lot of it I feel like had to do with just my love for the game. I started losing the love for the game, you know. And when that happens, it's hard to stay motivated to thrive on the field. And for me, you know, in my head, I had a terrible mentality. I ended up just thinking, hey, you know, this paying for my school. Let me just finish out my years. And I did. And I didn't even do my pro day after that. I graduated early, graduated in 3 semesters at UNT, left, didn't do my pro day or anything. But like I said, I ended up meeting my wife, and she was a volleyball player at the University of North Texas. And she is Coach G's daughter. So that's how I ended up meeting and knowing Coach G. And we got married about 4 years ago in 2019. And G had, after we got married, Coach G had always told me, hey, you know, I got a spot for you if you want to coach. And I'd always told myself, even in high school, I said, I'm never going to coach. I'm never going to be a teacher. I don't want to be a coach. I don't want to be a teacher. And then finally one day, you know, after we had our first daughter, he had told me, we were at Coach G's house, and he's like, hey, you know, I got a spot if you want to come teach and coach. And this was in the middle of COVID in August. So school was about to start. It would have been delayed a little bit because of COVID, but it was about to start. And we went home that night, thought about it, and I was like, hey, you know what? Let's go ahead and do this. And the very next day, I applied to all these different alternative certification programs. I got my testing done out the way. I got my certification all in about a 6-month time span. And I got hired on. By the time I got all this taken care of, I was hired on and coaching already and teaching with Coach G, under Coach G as a linebacker coach in October of 2020. Wow. So, I mean, it happened fast. It happened really fast.
So far, the moral of the story is married a white woman.
I mean, hey, right. Listen, I'm not gonna cap. I'm telling you, she's had a huge influence on my success on and off the field. Whether from UNT all the way to after graduation, she's been an impact on my life. So that's definitely a big part, especially because she's helped reunite me with the love of the game. You know, I miss the sport now. You know, now that I'm coaching, it makes me realize just how fast it goes and how you only have one opportunity. You know, your time is limited. Your time on the field is limited, whether you play at the highest level there is or just at the lowest level it is, from little leagues all the way to professional football. Your time is limited. And if you don't take advantage of that opportunity, it can be gone just like that.
No doubt.
Right.
I tell you what.
That's
So
more
they got,
stories. Get your education too. That's the more
Yes.
stories.
Yeah.
Get your degrees
Yeah,
as
right.
well. That's the more stories too.
Yes, you couldn't be more right, because it didn't matter if I hated football when I was in college, if I was tired of it, if I was worn out, if I was beat. It didn't matter. It paid for my education. I was never going to quit because it paid for my education.
So let me
Right.
I'm gonna stop right here. I gotta ask you a question. Okay. In this day and age where, to me, it just don't, in this transfer portal age, it just don't see it's about education anymore. Right? Because it's just too much movement to tell me it's about free education. If it's about free education, then you will go get the education. Then
Right.
Yes.
So what's your opinion about that part? Because someone like you said, when you went, you know, you made it a point to go ahead and get that degree and then go from there, even though if it wasn't, you know, pursuing professional. But, you know, well, you did better. You found the wife. And,
Yeah.
and a couple up now. We can call it a couple.
Yeah, he found everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, he found everything he needs to be successful in life. He got
Yes,
it.
sir.
Everything.
Yes, sir. Nah, listen, so the transfer portal definitely changes everything, just because, like you mentioned, in the education aspect of it, you know, athletes, high school athletes are no longer choosing schools based on what they have to offer to them as a student. You know, what type of programs they have to offer, what degrees they have to offer, if they offer even a degree in the fields that they do like, right? So now players are just looking at it as who's going to pay me the most. It doesn't matter if, you know, hey, I want to be a biology major. I've always wanted to be a biology major. UNT, it was very hard to be a biology major, and I couldn't be a true biology major because of the football scheduling conflict between biology majors and football. So now if a young high school athlete wants to be a biology major, but this school doesn't really mesh well with biology majors in the football program, it doesn't matter. Oh, you pay me the most? You know what? I'll switch my degree and learn something else. You know, these athletes aren't looking at it that way anymore. Now it's all about the money. And I feel like that could hurt potentially and be detrimental to the future, just because it's hard to study something you don't love. Not just that, but it's hard to find a career that you love if your heart's not invested in it. You know, I love biology, and thankfully, even though, you know, I didn't use my biology immediately after college, or my degree immediately after college, after I graduated. I'm using it now because I teach biology. But I love it. You know, this is something that I am interested in. I love and enjoy learning about the study of life, and now I enjoy teaching it. So that has helped. Imagine if someone's, you know, going to school and studying something that they're not really interested in. Then once they've graduated, they got that degree. Yeah, they got paid during college. Now they're not getting paid. They're having to find a job that they're not going to fully enjoy. So the transfer portal definitely affects students' mentalities as far as how they choose where they want to go, and what they're going to learn, you know, what they decide on furthering their education on.
Man, that's deep. You got something, Coach?
Well, yeah, man. My question is, how do you tell me the difference between your classroom in the building and your classroom on the football field?
Well, I would say a classroom in the building, man, I'm honestly a lot more lenient. You know, I feel like, man, I can relate to both the players, my players, my linebackers on the field, my defense on the field, and I can relate with my students in the classroom. But I just feel like I have more of a soft spot for my students in the classroom. You know, just because not all these, I have to separate those two. Not all of my students in the classroom play sports. You know, I have to go and be able to flip a switch between coaching players, students who I know can handle being coached a certain way, to teaching students who, you know, may not have had that experience or have ever had any type of experience of being coached, of being parented or disciplined a certain way. So I have to be able to flip that switch on and off, you know. And like I said, I have a soft spot for my students in the classroom just because of that. When I teach in the classroom, I'm more lenient, you know. I have to make sure that I'm more gentle whenever I'm coaching my players on the field. I know my guys individually. I have built a lot of rapport with them. This is my first class this coming up season, this class of 2025, that I've started coaching from freshman up. So, like, you know, I'm really seeing the fruits of my labor, and I'm seeing my these guys, and I've been able to build this relationship with them to where I know how they need to be coached, not how they want to be coached, how they need to be coached. You know, some of these guys I have to be a lot harder on than others. Others I know I can trust, you know, so it's a little different. A good example would be, so I have a breakfast club every morning on the weekdays, Monday to Friday. Breakfast club is a morning workout. So I work out every morning at 5 a.m. So right after my workout at 5, I go to the school and I open the weight room, and I give I force my linebackers to show, right? There's guys that I have to wake them up in the morning, go pick them up sometimes, call them, make sure they're awake, while others I can trust they're going to show up without me having to baby them. So that type of coaching, you know, some guys I can trust a little bit more, others I have to push.
Okay.
Yeah, so you let your kids get away with anything in school. I got you.
Listen, if they're gonna get away
Coach
with
giving out A. Coach giving out
Right.
Oh, I'm sorry you had such a rough day. I'm gonna give you an A for that.
Yeah.
Is that what you do?
If they're gonna get away with it, then football season is definitely the semester. That fall semester, they're gonna get away with anything.
So with football season over, so I'm talking about your classroom, right? So with football season over, you're a different teacher in the winter than you are in the fall.
Oh, 100%. And it's not just that. That's not the only reason. Like, you can tell the difference because, you know, for me, less stress on me when it comes to football, more time that I have readily available to be able to make sure that my students are ready to go, they know what they need to know, things like that. But then also at the same time, I'm thinking my head goes to testing now. It's testing season because biology is a tested subject. So I need to make sure that I prepare these kids well enough to pass the STAR test. And that second semester is when they take that STAR test. So, you know, they really see that, hey, there's a flip in the switch.
Oh, okay. So
spring semester.
All right, coach. So, all right. I just kind of I asked a lot of questions. So, what you're saying, so what you're saying is you coach your classroom the same way you coach football. It just depends on what time of the season. So, if it's testing season, they're going to get that football coach. But when it's off season, they're going to get that, hey, guys, way to come to class. We're going to make sure we touch on this today and everything.
Okay. Yeah, that's a good way to put it. I'm telling you.
No, this is so totally cool, coach. Totally cool. I get it. I love it.
So, Coach, how long you been at DC, Coach?
This is going to be my second season. Last year was my first year as a defense coordinator.
Okay, so now we're gonna dig in a little bit now. So, your first season as DC and teaching a class, man. Like, how difficult was that? Because, of course, as you know, you're in Texas, and Texas high school football not only the best, but you know it's highly competitive, right?
Mm-hmm.
Every week is a task. So I'm pretty sure preparation, game plan, and all that takes a lot of time. So I always find it interesting when coordinators and head coach have to teach. Like, how do y'all really divide that kind of time?
Well, man, you know what? I can sit here and talk about how I did this and I did that, but honestly, a lot of the credit goes to my staff, and my staff on both sides of school. You know, from my coaching staff on the defensive side, they've helped out tremendously when it comes to prepping plays, prepping film tags, all these different things. They help out a lot, and they understand that, you know, it's a waterfall. I'm hearing it from Coach G, from the head coach, but at the same time, it's falling down to them too. And they've not once buckled. Every time I've, you know, put pressure on them and I've put them in a hot spot, they always come out on top and show me that, you know, this staff knows what they're doing. And I think that's one of the biggest keys to success from our defense last year. You know, I have a great staff that I can rely on. I have a great staff that I can depend on. I have a great staff that has my back and that I can have their back, you know? So it's not just a one-man show. It's not just me doing everything. You know, this defense, it all depends and relies on all these guys that are part of it, whether it be me, my D-line coach, my linebacker. I have 2 outside linebackers coach. I have 2, 3 DB coaches. They all play a huge role in doing their 1/15th, as Coach G likes to say, to make sure that we're thriving as a defense. And then it makes it easier too, because talking about staff in the school side of it, I have a great science department that has my back and a biology lead that helps out tremendously. So during the season, I depend on them heavily, you know, to help out with curriculum, making sure that my calendar is up to date and I stay on track with my calendar on what I'm teaching each day on a day-to-day basis. And then making sure that I have all the correct, you know, worksheets or teaks, anything that I need. You know, I can easily go to my biology lead and, you know, ask for help, and they're there. They're there to help. And then same thing on the football side. Anything I need, I can go to Coach G, or I can go to my my defensive staff and let them know, hey, I need this, I need that. And they're there to help out. So it's honestly all a team effort. And I think that's what makes my job so much easier. And there hasn't been too big of a transition between just being a regular position coach and teaching to defensive coordinator and teaching because of my staff. You know, whenever I was moved up to defensive coordinator, I still had the same defensive staff that was there whenever I was still just a position coach. And so they, you know, it's not like I have to teach anyone anything new, you know. They know what the expectations are, and they're able to uphold that expectation, that standard.
So it wasn't no ill feelings, like, you know what I'm saying? Like when the position come up, you know, Coach son-in-law get the DC job. You know what I'm saying? Now the DB coach talking about, oh man, he ain't nothing but the son-in-law, you know. Well, he get a job for, you know what I'm saying? So what I'm asking is, did you put in that kind of work where you feel like you 100% earned this and you were the best man for the job, or was father-in-law just making sure his daughter lived a good life?
Nah, definitely not that. I definitely put in the work. You know, I put in the work from the moment that I first started at Seguin as just a linebackers coach. I started making sure that I did all that I could to make sure that I, you know, did my 1/15th for the team. And I learned under a really good defensive coordinator as well, Coach Phelps, who was here before me, who was the defensive coordinator before me. You know, he pretty much took me under his wing and taught me everything I knew. And that was, I think, one thing that gave me the edge really whenever it came to becoming the new defense coordinator, is that I'm the most knowledgeable because I took the time to really learn how Coach Joe Gordon likes to run his defense, his lingo and the verbiage that he uses for everything, all the schemes that he likes to use, and just I learned everything I could my first few years that allowed me to be able to be in the position that I'm in now. Now, I would say, you know, there was never been any type of ill will between me or any of the defensive staff. And I think that's one thing that also sets us apart, is just because we are a very close-knit defensive staff. You know, we come together, and anytime that it's any type of coach gathering, coach meeting, like our one thing we do during the summer is our coaches retreat. Our defense staff really takes the time to bond with one another. And then even outside of that, you know, during the season, I try to make sure that we get together, you know, once or twice a month, just to make sure that outside of football, we understand, hey, this is a brotherhood. You know, we're brothers. It's not just football that connects us.
Absolutely. And, you know, I just had to ask, you know, we live in the real world, right? So,
oh yeah.
and over here, we ask real questions. We
Yes,
talk
sir.
about the real stuff. So, and that's definitely, I'm sure that's something that whispers could go around. And not saying
Mm-hmm.
it's true or not, but you also have to ask it because I want to get the truth out there. Like,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
believe that. I believe you put the work in. I ain't no doubt about it. I believe you put the work in. I can tell you're a hard worker. Now I do ask this, and I'm gonna let Coach Carter like he got ready. But when did you find your love and passion? When did that come back for you to be able to get up at 5 o'clock in the morning, to be able to do all that you're doing, teaching, coaching, helping these kids get to college? 'Cause I know that's something Coach G really does. Is he really cares
Mm-hmm.
about getting kids to college? Like when did that next level passion kick in for you?
Man, I would have to say our first game, like my first game coaching as a Seguin coach, coaching high school football. You know, Texas high school football is always different, and I think everyone in the nation always talks about how it stands out from other states' high school football. But my first game as a Seguin Cougar, I remember it was at Choctaw Stadium. Like it was such a eye-opening experience, and really just it was a moment that I had to soak in. It made me miss being out on the field. It made me miss not only football but just high school football, because one reason why I say that I lost my passion is because it wasn't fun anymore. In college, it's a job. It is a job. I don't think a lot of people realize it. And just like every job, most people don't like their jobs. You know,
You're right.
it was a job. It was a job. And so that really made me lose the love for the sport. When I came back and I coached my first game, I saw the passion. These kids, high schoolers, are playing because they love the sport. No one's forcing them to be out there. They want to be out there. And when you watch and you see these kids playing with passion and all that tenacity and just, you can see it, you can feel it. Now the only way that I can relive my glory moments is by living my life vicariously through my players. Whenever my linebackers are successful, when I see them go and make great plays, big hits, tackles for losses, interceptions, fumble recovery, it doesn't matter what it is. I feel like I'm the one making that play now.
Yeah.
I know I'm not. I don't get any credit. I'm just coaching them, but I get to live my life vicariously through them based on how they do. So when I got to feel that very first game at Choctaw Stadium, it was against O.D. Wyatt during COVID. And see our guys have so much fun making plays, playing together. Man, it opened my eyes again. It opened my eyes again, and it made me realize, hey, football is fun. Football is a lot of fun. And I've never been one to really watch a whole bunch of football, but from that moment on, it brought me back to watching college football again. It brought me back to watching NFL. It brought me back to watching high school football. It really opened my eyes and brought me back to the love that I once had.
Oh, I love that. I love that. Go ahead, B Ryan, Coach. Whichever one y'all got something.
Yeah, so Coach, so tell us about some of the returning stars you got coming back for this upcoming season.
Yes, sir. So we actually have quite a few. This year, this class of 2025 is probably one of the largest classes that, if not, it is the largest classes that I personally have had as a senior group coming up since I've been here at Seguin. At linebacker position, I got both my inside linebackers coming back, LaQuarian Hodge and Jacoby Perkins. Both of them started for me last year as juniors, great players, guys that work hard and that have coached since they were freshmen. At the outside linebackers, we got some guys coming back. Young Cat, AJ Horace is coming back, outside linebacker. I've got Jaden Domino, Dash, Deshaun Marble. A lot of players are coming back from that last year's defense. This is from a defensive perspective. I believe we lost one or two defensive players, true seniors from last year's group. Actually, I scratched that. We lost 4, but we lost 3 D line and then a DB as well. But every single spot has been filled by players that have plenty of experience, that have come up. And, I honestly don't see us skipping a beat from last year's defense, and can even see us doing much, much better just because we've got those young guys that are staying, or those juniors that are turning seniors have another year of experience under their belt.
Okay, so do defense be a little bit more aggressive this year?
Oh, yeah, 100%. 100%. These guys are going to be ready to go. Like I said, every position's filled. Man, I'm actually excited, really excited to see what we do as on the defensive side of the football. And I think last year, as my first time being a defensive coordinator, I was very pleased and proud of the guys and how they played, because it's different for them too. Those DBs, those D-line, those players that aren't really used to getting coached specifically by me are now having to come to the understanding, hey, like this is my DC now. Like this guy is, I have to answer to him no matter what. And so, the transition from being just a position coach to a defensive coordinator, it went very, very smooth. And I think the players really enjoyed it too. So, we're on a whole different level as far as the relationships that I have with my defense.
Okay, here's what's up. I'm done. Y'all think, Coach?
Unmute yourself, Coach. Coach just talk. Unmute yourself, Coach.
No, I got you, man. I'm sorry, man. I like to be quiet. Hey, but Coach, man, listen, man. Who pissed you off in college? What coach pissed you off in college?
So,
who made you mad, man? Who made you mad?
I'm not going to say his name, but I know the coach. I know the coach.
How we doing, something? Coach, do it. Coach, do it.
So, don't do it, Coach.
I'm telling you. So, listen, there was my second year at UNT, right? One thing, my journey was never easy. It's never been easy, and it's not like anyone else's because I had a different head coach. I had a different head coach. I've had a different head coach from 6th grade when I first started playing football all the way until all throughout every career. Every year I've had a different head coach. 6th grade, I had one head coach. 7th grade, a different one. 8th grade, a different one. In high school, all 4 years, I've had a different head coach each year. In junior college, my first year, head coach retired. My second year, new head coach. At UNT, my first year, had a head coach. My second year, he got fired. Like, I've had a different head coach every year. And the same with that, I've had a different defensive coordinator. So my D coordinator, definitely, me and him weren't on good basis. He was a linebackers coach and defensive coordinator my second year at UNT. Going into my second spring at UNT.
Now, was you there with Seth Luttrell?
No, and it's crazy enough because right after my second year, a new head coach, Coach Luttrell, came in.
Okay, all right.
Yeah. So my second spring at UNT, this is my year to start. Because I've been a 2. I was a 2 before. My roommate was a starter, and don't get me wrong, I should never start before him. He was good. He was a really good football player, a really good linebacker. Me and him were best friends, and I did not mind him starting. But my second spring came in, but he was gone. Yeah, my first year, he out of here. He out of here. So my second year comes up, and I'm like, the second spring, I'm the big dog now. I'm finna start, Not saying that I was the best linebacker, but, the order of hierarchy, I was next in line. Spring football starts, I'm a 1. We have a new defense coordinator, new coach, a new linebackers coach, and he brings in like 3 of his own linebackers. First practice, make 1 mistake, I got moved to a 2. Second practice, I make another mistake, I got moved to a 3.
I really hate you.
Listen, I was
Wop, 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 wop.
Damn, that's some tough luck.
Yeah, I'm telling you, and it got to the point to where, and I would never encourage anyone to do this because this hurt me. Ultimately, it hurt no one else but myself. I just stopped going to linebacker meeting because I wasn't starting at linebacker. I was only playing certain packages, and I started on all special teams. So I would only go to the special team meetings, and I'd go to the edge rushing meetings, and that's it. And it looked bad on my part. I'm telling you.
Damn.
If only I had known what I know now, then it'd have been a different story, But I know that's what everybody says. It's so crazy because I just felt like I ended up giving up.
Okay, that's cool, Coach. That's cool.
Coach, you are the most transparent coach we have ever had. I'm just gonna put this out there right now. Like, I didn't give a damn.
Yeah.
I didn't
I'm telling you, listen, I'm being completely honest with you, and it's only because I want kids to learn from my mistakes, man. I made a lot of mistakes. And I don't want kids. I don't want my players to make the same mistakes as me. So I tell them all the time. I preach to them. Listen, I did this. Do better than me, please. I want more from them.
It's all good. Well, I knew it was somebody to piss you off, Coach. So nobody just stopped loving football like that. Listen. Right. All right. So you had a pretty good defense last year. Your first year as a defense coordinator, y'all probably gave up roughly around 21 points a game, right? You was out there doing your thing. 6-3. That's a pretty good season. Now, what are you doing to stop all these athletic teams giving you problems?
Man, honestly, I feel like this year, this offseason has been a major game changer. These kids, our kids, they've spent a lot more time, sacrificed a lot more time to getting better. The difference in growth from last spring to this spring on how much growth we had is tremendous. And it's because the kids they want it more. They're sacrificing time, volunteering, and showing up for voluntary workouts. They're showing up for voluntary skills and drills. They're showing up there. You can see that they're putting on a lot more.
We got you, Coach. You still there?
Yeah, like you got muted, Coach.
Coach, you muted, Coach. Coach, you muted. Coach talking good too. He probably confessing all his sins.
Yeah,
Coach,
Coach. Yeah. Now unmute yourself.
Unmute yourself.
Unmute.
I think that last call might have did it. I'm gonna text him to go out. Hey, it was getting good, man. I tell you what, I like
it. Was.
I know.
I like
B-Rise, what did you say that got everybody in the comments tripping?
I didn't say nothing.
Did you have a wilder response? What did you say?
Nothing? About what?
B-Rise, man. They talking about they surprised B-Rise.
Fight for your life like Wilder. Oh, they telling you.
Hey man, B-Rise, that's an insult. If you want, man, we could take names and we could pull up on whoever compared you to Wilder. We ain't going
there, man.
Hey, B.
Why you doing me like that, bro?
I got your bag. What's up?
What's up, man? I'm here, bro. I'm up.
Hey.
J-Man, what's how you do me, J-Man?
No, I told you, dog, we're going to start pulling up on these cats. I think Coach back, though. Hold on.
Yeah. All right, y'all
got
can
you,
hear me
Coach?
All right, what up,
Yes,
Coach?
sir.
There you go.
I think that last phone call, man, whoever that was, they were trying to get you out of here because you was being too transparent. They're like, Coach,
that was the D coordinator, J-Man.
That's the head coach.
That's the D coordinator from North Texas. Oh, so you mad now?
Coach, I would be honest with you, Coach. We didn't hear nothing you would fit to say. But hold that thought, because
Okay.
somebody in the chat wanted to know what kind of defense that you run. So if we can get that out of you, exactly what type of defense, like what's your defense? What is a Coach AJ Smith defense?
Well, honestly, the defense we run is Coach Joe Gordon. So what I know is all straight what I've learned from him. He's always been a defensive guy. He played a DB at the highest level possible, and the defense that we run here at Seguin is the defense that he built and created. So I can't take any credit for that. But we run a 3-4-4 defense. That's heavy pressure. Yes, sir. 3-4-4. It's heavy pressure. Making sure that we suffocate stopping the run. Emphasize stopping the run, but then also having coverage in the backfield, in the background that stops big plays, anything from getting out behind us. And I think it's shown just by the way we were able to play last year and stopping some key offenses that were able to do big things this past season.
So y'all run a lot of zone blitzes, I'm assuming.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Hey, Cole, I got a question for you real quick.
Okay.
We got I don't mean to throw this in your face.
No,
we have a transfer from y'all. Quarterback, CJ. Give me some insight on him, like from last year.
CJ. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Hey, Coach laughing. The coach knows something that he don't want to say online, but I'm gonna get that up.
You know what? Yeah, take my number down. No, just kidding.
Hey, but hey, Coach. But so far, he looked great in practice. His attitude is great. He got a great personality.
No, CJ's a dog, and he's got a really good personality. He's funny. He's very talented. Yeah. I'm telling you, and it's funny because all his talent is natural. It's raw. I don't even think he realizes the potential that he has. The only thing is, his body language. I say that's the biggest thing about him. And I don't want you to make sure you understand, how to read him, because his body language looks terrible. It looks terrible. It always looks like he's, lackadaisical, that he doesn't care. He's not trying. But I promise you, if game on the line, you need a dog out there to go win it for you, he's going to do it. He's hungry. He's very competitive. He's hard to beat. And I love having CJ on our team.
So far, 7-on-7, he undefeated. He lost the game getting 7-on-7 with us.
That's good. I'm glad to hear.
He's undefeated.
Well. Coach said ain't nobody tried to tackle him yet.
Hey,
Coach said, I heard.
Hey, ain't nobody answer my question.
How we lose it?
Yes.
I believe Carter is his home school or his district that he lives in. He lives in the area. He was traveling.
Okay, well, tell us about your quarterback situation.
Well, listen, CJ, he was so we last year ran a dual quarterback where we had CJ and then another quarterback that started between in our games. But last game of the season last year, right? CJ's a quarterback. He's only ever played quarterback and running back. He's the type of guy that you want to put the ball in his hands. He's going to make something happen. But when he wasn't getting the looks that he wanted, I always told him from the beginning of the year, hey, man, come see my side of the ball. Come to the dark side. I'll make something happen. Last game of the year, played the whole game at linebacker. Played the whole game at linebacker. He never even practiced linebacker. One of my guys, unfortunately, ended up going down. I needed a body that I could trust. And I know CJ doesn't know anything about defense, but I know, like I said, he's a dog. He played the whole game from the first quarter throughout to the last second of the game at linebacker. So, and he's someone that, had he stayed, I probably would have kept him on my side of the ball too.
Maybe that's why he went on the Carter. He won't throw the ball, Coach.
Yeah, hey, he can do it all.
Yeah, because you said down that linebacker shit.
Yeah, we might have
Hey,
Coach.
Maybe that's why he's at Carter.
Hey, Coach, thank you so much. I might call my coach up and say, hey, Coach, Hey, what's the QB linebacker over here?
Yeah, I don't think that's something you want to broadcast, but yeah, okay. Well, that answers a lot of questions.
It did, right?
Oh,
It really did. It really did. Hey, coach, tell me this, man. What's the perfect linebacker for you? Like, if you could describe, because I know that's your position, right? I'm assuming that's your favorite position. You love to coach because that's kind of like being you.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
what's the perfect linebacker?
Man, it's so I'm never one to really say height is an issue, size is an issue, but you got to have the schematics. You got to have the size for it. 6 foot is a great height for linebacker. If you're a little taller, perfect. If you're a little shorter, doesn't mean you can't play. It doesn't mean you can't be a great linebacker. I spoke about how great of a linebacker my roommate at UNT was, and he was 4 inches shorter than me. Didn't matter. He still was a dog. So, but it's going to be someone who's not afraid to hit. First off, you have to be not just afraid to hit, but be a great hitter, right? You got to be a great hitter. That means being great tackler, being able to near foot, near hip, drive your hip, wrap up, drive your feet, do the little things right. And then you have to be able to read your keys. So being a great hitter and then reading your keys. There's too many great linebackers that are great only because of their natural raw talent. Some of my guys I've had to coach, they're great, they're standouts, but it's only because of their natural raw talent. They're making these plays because they got a nose for a ball. They would be a lot better if they understood how to read their keys. Linebackers have to be able to read their keys. Now, what do I mean by that? Well, it's easy to get fooled as a linebacker because not only are you having to be a run first defender and stop the run, you're having to read and make sure, hey, if it's pass, you get back in coverage. Hey, if the bag goes out, I got this, I got that, right? You're the one that if you react poorly, it can end up, being a big gain or a hurt on the defense. You have to be able to read your keys. Read the O-line. Don't get your eyes caught in the backfield. Your eyes caught in the backfield, you get caught looking, you're going to get beat. Read the O-line, and then, like I said, just go be able to be a big hitter, be able to be a finisher. Now, you can be a great linebacker without those things, but if you want to excel at the next level, you've got to be able to do those. You have to be able to do those.
Love it, coach. Love it. What up, fellas? It's on y'all.
I'm done. I don't have nothing, man.
Yeah, man, you got coach.
Wait a minute. What did he answer my question?
Which one?
About which one?
About which one, coach?
About y'all struggled against athletic teams, and what are y'all gonna do to stop it? It seems like the teams that gave you problems are those teams that's extremely athletic, right? Mm-hmm. So what are you guys doing to stop it in the spring and moving forward to the fall?
Yep, I know. So that was what we were answering before I got that call. But honestly, it's just working on our craft. Because looking back, I don't remember there being a team that beat us based on pure athleticism. I thought it was just more of technique and craft. We've got athletes at Seguin. There's no doubt about it. I mean, you could look at the recruiting list, the roster, and see, hey, we've got guys that have offers that are 3 stars, that are 4 stars. We've got athletes. We've got really great athletes, and on both sides of the ball as well. It's going to come down to watching film, right? Who wants it bad enough to where these kids are on their own, not just what's required, but on their own. They're watching film. They're perfecting their craft and making sure that they do the little things and paying attention to the details, right? When it comes to athleticism, right? One-on-one athleticism based on pure athleticism, whoever has better technique is going to win. And that's what we are working on our end. I'm not afraid of any team that we're about to go up against this year based on athleticism alone.
Let me look at the schedule, coach. You don't say it. You look at it.
Right. What he's saying is, yeah, well, because you gave up 41 against Mansfield. right?
Yes.
You gave up 35 to Everman, right? Um, and 37 to Ennis. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Outside of Summit, a lot of those guys got really good, and Summit does too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, Summit's just one of them teams that's just up and down. You don't know what you're getting coming in that day. Yeah, that might have been the game after they played Crowley or something like that. You know what I'm saying? So you guys have done a really extremely good job. Your defense is really solid. You know what I'm saying? Just in those games, I'm curious to know from a defense coordinator standpoint, why were they lopsided? You know what I'm saying? As far as,
Mm-hmm.
and I understand technique and fundamentals. Yes, that's a small
Right.
part. And you know what I'm saying? When you got equal athletic ability, that is the difference between winning and losing. Do you think that the technique and fundamentals made that much of a difference in those games? Or is it something that you can do schematically to help them out based on what you saw?
Mm-hmm. No, I absolutely do. I absolutely do. Just because, from my standpoint, watching the game on the sideline, it wasn't like that. It was just not all those games that you mentioned weren't just landslides where they were just continuing to do what they will. It was one or two key plays that ended up being the start of a bad game. For instance, Summit first quarter. We held them, I believe, the punt. We kept them to punt the first couple of drives, but then there's the one drive where they scored their first touchdown. It's an 80-yard bust where we have them tackled in the backfield by 4 or 5 guys, just missed
Oh, that
tackles,
hurt.
missed tackles, missed tackles,
Yeah,
missed tackles, and
yeah.
then he breaks it. And
Right.
so, and that was just the start. And there's Everman. I mean, each of those games that you mentioned, it was just where we started off poorly in our technique, and it ended up being a poor game all in all because of the results of one or two bad plays. And it's hard to base a game off a score, what it looks like, right? I know those high scoring games, it looks like it's a blow, it looks like it's this, it looks like it's that, but you take a couple of those plays away, and it's a completely different ball game.
Well, what it sounds like is your team is learning how to win. You know what I'm saying? Is what it sounds like. It
Yes,
sounds
sir.
like it's that oh snap, this happened, and now it's kind of like a defeatist attitude. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Mm-hmm.
okay, then this happened, and it's like their confidence just kind of go boom, 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 and at that point, you just fighting to survive to keep them competitive in the game. Do you think that mentality because they're older and you saying that they were younger? Do you think that's something older that you worked on as far as like getting their mentality and learning how to play for the full 48 minutes, so to speak? You know what I mean?
100%. No, I agree. I wouldn't call our team last year a very old. I say a very old, very mature team. We're still a team that's developing and that's growing and
Hmm.
maturing every day. And that's one of the differences between this year's team and last year's is that they have that year of experience. And if you look at the last 4 games of the season, you could see the growth between the last 4 and our first 6. Right, our defensively, we came out the first 6 and we struggled on some. We struggled, here and there. Those last 4 games, we showed that, hey, there's been a lot of growth from game to game, and we've gotten better from game to game. And now with those sophomores going to be juniors this year, juniors going to be seniors, they are that much more mature and experienced.
Yeah.
I think a lot of these players are, like you mentioned, are getting used to winning, understanding what it takes to be a winner. I actually did I spoke to my defense this past spring about what it's going to take to be on my defense, right? What type of players I'm looking, and what each of them are going to have to be in order to play on my defense, the standard and expectation. And I talked about having a winning mentality, right? I talked about having a winning mentality. And when I spoke to them, I made a presentation and everything for them, and one of my slides was about winning mentalities. And when I spoke to them, I told them about how you can lose and still be a winner, right? Having a winning mentality is about giving it your all, going 100%, no matter what the score or the outcome is. Never quitting, continuing to just push yourself no matter what. And I think you see that a lot last year. When something bad happens, the defense would get down a little bit. Now that they're more mature, that's one thing that we're going to be able to be better at, is not allowing the last play to affect the next play.
Yeah, but that's and that's a good thing, because Coach, that's the growth of your team. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
A lot of that just comes with confidence and playing in those games. So when you just kind of say things like that, like I always notice, when I was coaching one year, my first year, we took over and we playing with number freshmen. We won the majority of our games on the road, right? And we lost a lot of our home games. And a lot of that is just because there's less distractions away,
Mm-hmm.
right? And there are more distractions at home. So for a young team that's not very disciplined, a lot of those things kind of get in the way, right? But I'm excited because even with all that being said, y'all average 21 points a game, and 21 points a game in today's football is a damn good defense, man. You know what I'm saying? That's a damn good defense, and you shouldn't take that for granted. So I'm only excited to see what you guys are going to do as you get older, man. And and I want to continue to watch your career, and we're going to talk about that D coordinator.
North Texas. Hey, D coordinator at North Texas. I'm letting you know we coming for you. I don't even know your name yet. But when I find your name, we coming for you.
What was the last year in North Texas? What was the last year in North Texas?
Oh man,
it's okay. All right.
We ain't gonna put no
10 years out now. I'm 10 years out, so.
You're 10 years removed from college. Okay. That's it. That's who got the.
We'll do that. Okay. We'll do
it. Yeah.
Hey, before we let you go, because I know I promised not to keep you all too long, but I got somebody asking about Jordan Chris, and your thoughts on him and his recruiting, or if you know anything.
Yeah, no, Jordan's is one of our juniors, going to be seniors this year. DB, who's got the, like I told you, the schematics about something you can't coach. He's got the build for it, right? He's got a great build. He's a great player. He's continuing to learn and grow every single day. And he's someone that I've seen grow from a freshman who, honestly, I could never imagine being someone who starts on varsity to now someone who's an impact player on our varsity defense. Jordan's and he's a great kid. I think this summer is going to be really big for him, because one thing about him, we've got to get him consistent in the weight room to where we put some more muscle on him. Now he's already, he's got the size, he's got the length, he's got the speed, but me, I've got that linebacker mentality. I want him to have some girth on him too, so some weight behind him whenever he come down and hit. So we're gonna.
So you said he like that.
You can never be too big.
I'm just asking, Coach. Well, Coach, you can't be too big, Coach. You can't be too big. Trust me, Coach, I got weight problems. So I'm just saying.
Hey, listen, this summer is going to be really big. He was just at TCU yesterday and SMU, I believe, on Friday, and he had some really good camps. I mean, Jordan's shown a tremendous amount of growth throughout the seasons, and I'm really excited to see him this senior year, because I think he's got everything to prove, and his mentality's shifted since he was a freshman. He went from from not thinking that he could go on to the next level to now he's got a confidence behind him, and he knows he's got everything it takes. Now he's just going to go out and perform this season, and I'm excited to watch him play. He's going to be one of our key players and a player to look out for. I'm telling you, we're going to have a lot of fun this year, and Jordan's going to be a big part of it.
Hey, man, I'm excited to watch you work, Coach. I ain't going to lie, man.
Yes,
like
sir.
I said, man.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I'm with Coach G, man. I'm with Coach Gordon, dog. Hey, you my son-in-law too. Fuck it. You know what I'm saying? Hey,
Yes, sir.
hey, we
Yes,
just,
sir.
I just adopted you, man.
Well,
Yes, sir.
I don't know, Coach. Coach, I don't know about that adoption, man. He let the DC take his love from the game, man. You don't never let nobody take
No,
that
but we
love from
gonna
you,
get
man.
him. We gonna catch him. Don't worry about that
Yeah,
Hey,
DC.
yeah,
Don't
yeah,
worry
yeah.
about that
But we
DC.
still got to chastise son-in-law for that. You
yeah.
know what I'm saying? Like
No.
we can't let that happen again because as he move on in his coaching career, you know what I'm saying? He gonna work for some people that's gonna chastise him, and I don't want him to
But
fall.
think about that, coach. Think about that, coach. What I like about what my new son-in-law just said was he learned from all that.
Mm-hmm.
He learned
Correct,
from all that. He learned
correct,
from
coach.
all that, and he's teaching
Hmm.
his kids not to handle adversity that way. See, you know what I'm saying? So I get it, cause trust me, coach. I do more teaching from my mistakes than I ever have from from the choices that I made. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely understand that, and that's definitely a great way to go because I tell people all the time, don't do what I did. You know, if you take this way, I can guarantee it ain't right. So
Yeah.
I feel you, and I'm with you. I'm with you on that. So I ain't holding up against you, coach.
I
I ain't holding
appreciate it.
against you either,
I
coach.
appreciate it.
But we're not gonna let that man do us like that next time. We're gonna have to put
No,
our
no, we're
foot
gonna go
Nah,
down
find
never
that
again.
and
DC.
stand
Never
stern.
We're
again.
gonna go find that DC. Hey, but before we let you go, man, I do have
Yes,
to
sir.
ask, what are your goals in coaching? Like, what is the ultimate goal? Like, where do you want to see yourself? Do you see yourself like taking over the program, or do you see yourself running your own program, or even ascending to the next level?
Honestly, man, it's tough for me. I don't see myself going to the next level right now, and I don't see myself taking over any program right now, just because I I know I'm not ready for it.
Hmm.
Right now, my only goal is just to become the best defensive coordinator that I can be. The best linebackers coach that I can be, and I've got a lot to learn. It may come off and as if I know a lot. I know a lot of defenses. I know a lot about our defense, but it's not perfect. I'm not perfect. I've got a lot of growing to do at understanding not just defense, but offense too. Understanding how to read offenses, how to match up with defenses schematically against an offense, things like that. So my main goal right now is just to become the best defensive coordinator that I can be, because uh, until I feel as if I'm good enough to go to the to move up and take over a program, yeah, I'm just gonna just continue to stay at this level. Stay at this level. But I do might see myself, ultimately once I have learned and have grown and I feel as if I'm ready, I do see myself moving to the next level. It may be college, it may be just, head coach position. But right now, I've still got a lot of growing to do. If I was offered a job tomorrow, I'd probably just decline it because like I said, I'm not going to put myself in a position to fail. I want to put myself in a position where I can be successful. And right now, this is where I'm going to be successful at.
Yeah,
Man,
that's good, coach.
I
Yeah,
love
yeah,
that. I'm gonna let
yeah.
I'm gonna let Swagger give you some encouraging words before you go. Go ahead, Swagger. Bless coach.
Nah, listen to you talk, man. All jokes aside, you seem like a real intelligent young man. You have a you have a focus, you have a motor to you. All I'm gonna tell you is just keep going, keep pushing. Like I tell the athletes that come on here, first and foremost, trust the man there above to guide you, and the sky's the limit. And good luck this year, man.
I appreciate it so much. Thank you so much, Coach. Good luck to you as well. And make sure you let CJ know, hey, I'm rooting for him this year. This is
We,
year.
we appreciate that. He's taking us to state this year, so we good.
Yes, sir. I
Hey,
like to
hey,
hear it.
Swag. Tell him Coach AJ said if he throw too many interceptions, he gonna be tackling.
Yes, sir. He's going to be moving to the other side of the ball.
Hey, Coach, once again, man. Hey, man, thank you, man. Thank you a million times, man. We got to bring you back. I can't wait to catch y'all at practice or a game. You know what I'm saying? And tell Coach G what's up. Hey, what's the offense coordinator now? I don't want to jack his name up. What's his name again? What's his last name?
His name's Coach Joshua Binky. It's just Binky.
Binky.
Thank you.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
We
Binky.
gonna have Coach Binky on real soon, man. And Hey man, I just love everything y'all doing over there at Seguin. I ain't
Y'all
gonna
doing a
lie.
hell of a job over there.
Yes, sir.
First of
Thank you
all,
guys so much.
yeah, first of all, Coach AJ, I'm not calling no grown ass man Pinky. So
That's his last name, bro.
still not doing it.
I'm sorry. Hey man,
Hey,
think about that.
Pinky, no, absolutely not.
Hey, Coach was like, man, I thought I was out of here.
You gonna call him Coach B?
Coach B,
Yeah,
hey, that'll work.
What up, B? What up, B?
Yeah.
Hey man,
What up, B? Yeah.
I appreciate you, Coach, man.
Yes,
And we'll
sir.
see
Hey,
you.
All right,
hey,
Coach.
all right, y'all. Hey, I appreciate you guys for having me on here. Y'all be on the lookout for Seguin this year. All right, we're gonna have a big season this year.
Hey
We'll
man, I
be
might
at
be
the
at that
game.
radio
Look forward
game.
to it.
I might be at that
All right.
radio game, so be ready.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
We will be.
Hey,
Yes, sir.
hey, and if we don't interview you, don't take it personal.
Hey, nothing personal. Don't worry.
Hey, well, he say that because we don't interview the losers.
Not at all.
Nah, I hear you.
Hey,
Hey,
believe it or not, Coach, we've been invited to games by coaches and they done lost, and we had to go interview the other coach.
what? Oh man.
That's
No,
Yeah.
it's true. It's true. It's true.
Hey, Coach, we just feel like if you lose the game, you got better things to do than talk to the podcast.
Yeah.
Hey, yeah.
you need to go pull your coaches aside.
Yeah. Man, well, I gotta make sure we win them. Then they can't score.
Yeah.
They can't win if they don't score.
Yeah.
They can't win if
That's
they don't
it.
score.
Hey,
Yeah.
if not, it's always the off season, baby.
Always.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. But y'all
Yeah.
holler at me again. I'd love to join y'all again on y'all's podcast.
Hey man, hey,
All
I
right.
got your number, man. We're gonna keep in touch for sure.
Yes, sir. Sounds good. I appreciate you guys. Y'all have a good one.
Yes,
All
sir.
right. You too, Bob.
I like Coach, man. I like
Yeah.
Coach.
All right. Yeah. All right. Yeah. All right.
Coach
Oh
a
yeah,
good dude. Coach a good
he's
dude, man. I
a great
told y'all
dude.
that though. I told you that. And he just finna turn 30. Is he just turned 30? He finna turn 30. What did he say, Coach? Willow?
He said 10 years removed, so I'm pretty sure roughly around 30 something, huh?
Yeah,
I
he's
don't
about
know.
30.
About 29, 30 roughly.
Yeah, somewhere he ain't too far over 30, but
Nah.
that's a good dude, man. I ain't gonna lie, man. I appreciate Coach. I'm gonna run this commercial, and then Coach Willow, I want you to take it from there, man. Cause I need you to talk about. So, oh Lord, did he just click off? What?
Mute. You muted. You muted.
Don't worry about it, man.
He said commercial.
Stay right there.
Now we're about to witness the strength of street knowledge.
All right, Coach. First anniversary of the Dub. What does the Dub mean to you?
Man, the Dub is how you get information. You get information from everybody, man. You get to learn. It's kind of like, you're fellowshipping without all have to be in the same room. I thought it was a great idea when y'all first came out.
Oh man, it means a lot, man. About a year or two ago, I went through a situation, man, and I remember J-Mac, my boy Rod, they asked me, they like, hey man, you wanna do this show? I'm like, what? And they like, you would like it, man. So I'm not gonna lie, man, I done met some good people, some coaches, so man, it done been a real blessing for me. It's been a blessing in disguise for me for sure.
I'm gonna start with probably what Roger said a while ago. J-Mac hit me up, man. He was just like, "Say, man, I got a good idea." Yada yada. I was listening, like, yeah. He was like, "Man, I'm introduced to this dude named Pat, man." And like I said, when I first met you, I instantly just like, man, this dude was just A1, you know what I mean? And then he told me Roger was involved. I was like, that's my dog. Then, like I said earlier, also, but
Man, the Dub, man. To me personally, to J-Mac, man, the Dub means brotherhood, man. It means like I said, man, it's 5 brothers from Oak Cliff covering the sport we love, which is high school sports, football, basketball, man. And it's just a beautiful thing.
How did you feel about the invite, and was you looking forward to jumping on the Dub?
Well, I don't think y'all was gonna have a choice, because either I was gonna be on the Dub Oh, I was gonna get my Lamont on. I was ready to go full on battle aggressive mode. I was ready, okay? I was ready.
Hey, tell the folks where you come up with the dub and how did it come out?
Alright, so man, it started with the Texas Youth and High School Sports Group. I was always in the shadows, never really commented a lot because I'm always busy. Hell, I don't post a lot right now. Hell, I just laugh at a bunch of stuff, man, and be cracking up. So that's where it came from, man. I was laughing. J-Mac, the homie, because he used to coach my son way back in the Gap, so I've always followed what you guys were doing in the group and stuff. And I just kept having this unction, like, man, it'd be dope if we did a high school podcast. And I hit J-Mac up multiple times, like, bro, we need to do it. And I think he probably thought I was joking at first.
I did.
What's the question?
I love you guys, dog. I ain't gonna lie. I just love y'all, man. I ain't gonna lie. And I gotta bring somebody else in that I just love, man. Matter of fact, I kind of miss this dude, man. I don't know why. You know,
Hey, I remember when Will did that interview. He had the
Will
wrist.
did it with one hand. He like, and he was serious though, because he really is a bully in real life. You know what I'm saying?
No, I'm not a bully.
Okay, that's a
Will,
bad word.
hey, Will, I forgot that day. What did you do to hurt your hand?
I punched Todd.
What up, Coach? What up, Todd?
What
up, B-Rob? What up, Coach? What up, Coach?
What's up,
Too
man?
tall. Coach,
Todd.
Hey, man. Like why J-Mac always got to be shooting shots at Lamar, though, man?
Man, Lamar writes his own script, man. I mean, like, I mean, you can't make this stuff up. You know what I'm saying? He just makes it real easy.
He said he make it real easy.
I ain't got nothing to say.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. But we can talk about it if y'all want to talk about it. Do you have an opinion on the Caitlin Clark situation? Is she being bullied?
I mean, I think she's being targeted.
Is it any different than Michael Jordan or LeBron James or?
Nope.
I mean, not to an extent, but I think the difference with them is that because when her and Angela Reese came in, you know, they brought some notoriety, they brought some more flirt to the game. Where like a lot of chicks just hating on her, just hating on them because of what they brought to the game. And I don't know, but yeah, they hating on a little bit. I don't care what it is. That's what it is.
I said the same thing, Todd.
That's fine because that's part of greatness, right? Like if the media, I blame all this on the media. I feel like the media, you cannot crown somebody before they go prove it. Like, number one, she wasn't the queen of college. She didn't win nothing. Number two, you can't just say she the queen of the WNBA when it's already players there that's like got MVP trophies and everything else, and you just gonna crown it. Like, don't you think they're gonna have an attitude? Like, do y'all crown the transfer when he come in? Do y'all just say, hey, this guy right here gonna be the best player ever at soccer?
I mean, nah, but I think the thing is, I think they do gotta be appreciative because of some of the stuff that her and Reese did in college is carrying over to their game, and it's providing them with stuff they wasn't gonna have in the first place without them coming. Like it is just a coincidence. Now everybody's starting to fly charter jets in the WNBA now. Like it ain't her fault. It ain't her fault. She got a shoe deal.
What do you say to other DISD schools that get bad because Sock might get the first lights on the field? Like, should they just say, "Hey, man, Sock, hey, they won. They the one brought it."
Here's my.
If they being honest to themselves, should.
Here's my take, real quick on this. The WNBA has its ups and downs. You know, when it first started with my two-time champion Houston Comets, we had the superstars on one team, of course. When they retired, it's been looking for a superstar ever since. I mean, it was Cheryl Swoops, Cynthia Cooper, you know, Lisa Leslie, all of them. I feel like Caitlin Clark she can be they Michael Jordan. They jump start to get their league more publicity, more looks, more, you know. But I think before Caitlin Clark, it was Sabrina that played for New York. Now you got Caitlin Clark in the league with Sabrina. It's gonna start elevating more. People gonna start looking more to like that game yesterday. There was a lot of people at home watching that game. Now let's be honest for a minute, y'all. Besides yesterday, how many times have you ever sit down and watched the WNBA game? I haven't. Not once.
I watched today.
But the game between them two?
Nah, I watched the Dallas Wings.
Yeah, I did. Me and my wife, man, we sat there and watched that game, man. Kaylin and Angel. We went to Pluckers and watched it.
But I'm saying, besides that game, when have you ever sit down and watch the whole other game? But anybody else?
No, I don't. But here's my take on it, though, Swag. I'm just gonna say this. I think her biggest problems is her teammates. You don't wonder why they're losing. You know what I mean? I'm gonna protect the golden goose. By all means necessary.
Right. You would think anyway.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
That's what I'm saying, though. That's what I'm saying. She gonna be that one that carry that torch for the WNBA to be watched. So yeah, she gonna get targeted.
The problem is, Swag, and B-Rise, I want to get your opinion on this too. But the problem is, Swag, she's not the best in the league right now.
No, Sabrina is. Sabrina the best to me, no doubt about it. I'm a Sabrina fan.
I think it's the girl from Las Vegas,
Asia Wilson.
Yeah,
Wilson best.
I mean, but what was Magic the best in the league when he came in? Was Jordan the best when he came in?
No,
Was LeBron the best?
But didn't they have to prove it?
I'm saying, but Magic then went to. I mean, Magic and Bird went to the. I mean, to me, it's just like Magic and Bird now. They just went to better teams when they went to the league.
Exactly.
But see, Todd, I'm with you on twofold. One is they are jealous, right? Like what they doing to her is like some unnecessary stuff. But I get it. Yeah. But it also again exposes her teammates for not having them back, and that's why they're the worst team in the league, right?
I agree with that.
Let's be honest, though. Before we can go any further,
you're right.
She did do something that no other player in the WNBA has done. She came out of college as the leading scorer in all of women's college basketball. So however you say this, however you prop it up, she has done something that no other person in the WNBA has done. Coming into the league. Now, as she comes into the league, she's bringing more notoriety. But again, I think her biggest asset, and which I think finds to be very ironic and comical to a certain extent, is Angel Reese is her counterpart. That's Bird and Magic. You know what I'm saying? That's where the league is listening themselves onto, and I can see that. You know what I'm saying? But I can also see where a lot of people are jealous and mad at her for the same thing. Now, she got to go out there and prove it, night in and night out. And it ain't gonna do nothing but make her better. It ain't gonna do nothing but make her better.
Okay, watch this. Who was LeBron's counterpart? Who was the one player they always compared LeBron to that in the same year as LeBron came in the league? Carmelo Anthony. It was always Carmelo LeBron. Just like you said, it was always Magic, Bird, Jordan Isaiah. So Reese and Clark is gonna always be linked. Always.
Well, think about it like this. Matt got a great point. She balling. regardless, right? You know, her field goal percentage may not be that good, but she balling, she putting up numbers, right? To me, she is what we want in the WNBA. We want something to watch. Can we say it's the media? Sure, we can say it's the media. But Angel Reese is the same. You know what I mean? And she's won a championship. You know what I mean? And she was the number one overall pick, right? But to me, I just think that Caitlin, to me, is one of the greatest things that ever happened to women's basketball. Because we sitting up here on a football podcast, on a high school podcast, talking about the WNBA.
Right.
Well, let me just say this.
But you know
let me
what,
just say this.
Coach? I'm gonna say this.
Go ahead.
I think her teammates may be jealous of her too, because she getting roughed up, and her teammates they just sitting up there.
Well,
it's like her teammates they don't got no heart. You know what I'm saying?
What is your bad teammate though?
Hey, B-Rise. Go ahead, I'm sorry, man.
Like what if they just don't like her? That's why they ain't taking her for.
That's what I'm saying.
That's fine, J-Mac. You ain't gotta like me, but I ain't gonna mess up my money.
At least take her for it, though, J-Mac.
Better than what it was because of her. I'm gonna protect my money.
But yeah, we found out.
It's like they just not. It's like they don't care. It's like they're not.
We found out on a documentary. The whole time we didn't know it, but we found out. And nowadays, nobody liked the Jordan ass on the team. Nobody.
Hey,
they couldn't stand his ass.
People talk about they don't want to talk about it. I like girls basketball. I ain't gonna lie. Now I've always watched girls basketball. Always. Now I may not have talked about it, but I always watched it. But hey, whatever. We could do that. Y'all can give me y'all last opinions about it, and then we can find out what Coach Todd been up to. Where you at? You got a new office, Todd? Where you at?
No, that's another location.
Oh, what are your niggas? The back cave?
Yeah. One of the duck off spots. Go ask some more questions.
I'm sitting in front of my job. I'm supposed to clock in. I'm supposed to clock in at 9 o'clock, but they'll be all right. I already got my excuse ready. We good.
I don't even want to know where Todd at.
That's a nice ass chair. That's a nice ass chair. Like that.
He don't look like he in no clip. So
hey, Todd. I'm gonna need a favor in July, Todd. I'm gonna need you to text me your roster so I can make it on College Football 25.
Oh well, shit! I ain't gonna know the varsity roster till August, man. But
goddamn!
I get you some preliminary roster.
All right.
Yeah. J-Mac, man, you gotta stop acting like that with Lamar, man. He supposed to be a member.
Hey, man, Lamar needs to stop acting like that. I'm like this. If you post something, I'm gonna respond. It is what it is. If you don't like it, then you might need to get me off your timeline. Because you on my timeline, and he ain't the only one. No, it's a few of them Captain Sables that was out there today. I responded to all of them. I ain't sparing nobody.
Don't let him make it.
Hey, man.
You can get it. You can get
it. Everybody. I don't spare nobody.
Nobody.
What you been doing all summer, man? On your last 2 days off?
You ain't talking about all summer like this.
Right.
Hey, see, J-Mac done lost his damn mind, man, since he got that damn DeSoto ring, fool.
Hey, that's the good life, Todd. That's the good life.
So, hey, Todd, I'm asking you now. When y'all do win it this year, I say, yeah, when y'all do. I get a ring next year?
Hell no. You only get quarter ring.
Damn.
He ain't gonna never get a ring.
I mean,
damn.
But that's what I'm saying. Now, we be having our rings open to the public.
I mean, y'all don't never offer me one.
I
want a ring too.
That ain't for free.
He didn't have to pay for it.
I
Yeah, I
know,
didn't pay
but
for this.
that's a part of his settlement.
He did, Todd. He did sell a lot of court. He did.
I
And
don't
he
know
didn't
what
tell B. Rise. That was the bad part about it. B. Rise still holding on to this fight. B. Rise.
Hey,
B.
hey,
Rise
for
is never
real.
single settle.
Hey, weird. Like we did the same thing, and then we put one of their names down to buy a ring. Then watch we'll be in the newspaper under investigation talking about we committed fraud and got a ring that wasn't a school participant or some shit.
Yeah.
Right.
Ty, that cause y'all not the mighty DeSoto Eagles.
I mean, shit, they be under some budget crunches too around that motherfucker. Last I heard, shit.
Hey, that's where J-Mac couldn't get a ring.
Hey, we don't.
We can go to court and lose millions, or we can get his Dope Joker a ring. You know he like diamonds.
Yeah.
Put his name on it. Put his name.
Hey, now he finna go get a DeSoto tattoo on his back and shit.
Yeah. You talking about class of '93.
Hey, Will. And under that class 93, he gonna be like, we started this shit.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, I will post a real big three, which is Larry Oliver, Stacey Mitchell, and Byron Hansport. A real big three.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, you gonna get a wop wop wop?
Wop.
Well, hey y'all, I gotta go clock in. I get it, child. Y'all be light.
All right, Swaggy.
Peace. All
Have
right,
a
boy.
good work, sir.
Yeah, god dang.
No,
Yeah,
man.
that's how it is, Ty.
No, it's all good, man. But we, enough about me, Todd. It's about you, man. You know, what y'all got going on, man? I mean, you in vacation mode, obviously.
Nah, it's just another day.
Oh, you just on one of your many properties.
Yeah. I'm like Will. I build houses.
You ain't got no paint. You ain't got no paint on your face.
I mean, cause I know how to wear the proper attire before I start painting. Hey, Will just in there just all over. He just flattening all over himself every goddamn time.
Hey, Ty. That was the first day when I first. Now I'm cold with it now, Ty. I don't even get paint on me no more.
Yeah.
But that first day, Ty, that goddamn spray kicked my ass. I was spraying the ceiling, the shit falling right back on me. I didn't even know it. I went to Sonic, got me something to drink, still didn't even know my face looked like that.
Well, hey man, if you ever need some good hired hands, man, I got a couple of people that do some good jobs. If you got to outsource anytime.
Oh, I would love to outsource some things, man, as long as they can travel, man. I'm at the tail end of this deal, man. I'm almost done with these projects. Thank you, God. And I have learned some things that I didn't know that YouTube taught me. And they're good things to have. You know what I'm saying? I've always wanted to be more hands-on and be a better manly of a man, you know what I mean? The 10 to 2 man Taylor type.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
That's actually my new nickname, Todd the Tool Man.
You see what I'm saying, Todd? Yeah.
Hey, YouTube University is great. YouTube University,
It is.
You can learn a lot.
It is.
Yeah,
You can learn.
I just went and bought me a chainsaw. The other day I bought me a 14-foot pole saw. Shit, I got a whole bunch of tools, a bunch of craftsman shit. I got a weed eater, electric lawnmower. I got a whole bunch of shit I don't use, but I got it. I got a generator.
Okay, but Todd, but listen though, man, I'm telling you, dude, you get all right. I'm just gonna tell you this how I typically date. So when I go to Texas County, it happens like this. I will go, and when I go, my sole purpose is to go to work. You know what I'm saying? Like I ain't doing nothing else. Like
Yeah.
I don't go see nobody else. Like I literally will go in and I will work for 2 days straight. When I say 2 days straight, meaning I will literally go into the house, start working. sit in the truck, kind of chill a little bit, get up, go back in, start working, get up by 6 and finish it out for almost 2 days, right? But I found that I got so much stuff done. I made some mistakes, but I learned them, corrected them. It didn't cost me the type of mistakes that I was making with contracts. You know what I'm saying? And for the
Yeah.
things that I don't know how to do, I literally found some really great people, man. Oh my God. They're the best. And just kind of learn from them. So I would like, what tool you need, what do you need me to do? Like they would show me how to hang. I've learned how to hang sheetrock. You know what I'm saying? I'm not to the taping and the fixturing yet, but I learned how to hang sheetrock. I learned how to paint, and I learned how to lay floor.
Yeah, I'm
You know
getting my
what I mean?
floors done now.
Yeah, yeah. Who doing your floors?
My Hispanic partner named Rico.
Yeah. I bet you Rico Cole with. What you putting down?
Some plank vinyl throughout the in the bedroom, the hallway, and the study.
No, throughout the whole first floor.
Nah, my house no cliff is just one story, so I just on half of the house, I'm gonna do the other half later.
Why you been? Now, I was about to call you something, man, but I had to catch myself. This over.
Hey man, you gotta do a piece that you gotta do. Hey, I work in phases.
What
Long as
phase
you
you
over
in
there doing
now?
the same,
I'm
you
in
don't know
phase two.
phase.
Phase one, I redid both of the bathrooms.
Okay.
Yeah, I did the phase two is the study and the two bedrooms and the hallway.
Oh, and that's just putting
Okay.
floors. Are you repainting?
Yeah, painting everything. Yeah,
Yeah, because
baseboards,
I'm
all
not
that.
for hire. Yeah, I'm not for hire. So that's good. That's good. So you're redoing the whole house. What about
Yeah,
the
yeah,
exterior?
yeah, 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 yeah. I'm redoing it, and then later on, I'm rent it out, and move somewhere else.
Okay. No, that's right on.
You're
Yeah.
gonna be a landlord, huh?
Cause I ain't coaching till I'm motherfucking 7. I tell you that right now.
Man, hey, I say it all the time. Like I'm really I was literally tired. I was literally just thinking about this. I said I got to get all 6 of these houses sold and going into the school year, and because I want to do something more. You know
Yeah,
what I mean? And I don't want it. I don't want it to be financially driven on my decisions. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
I want it to be more of okay, purposeful driven. You know what I mean? But I have to be financially
yeah.
abundant.
Then the next one I got to give my. I'm finna go redo the South Dallas house,
Okay,
but
where's
we
that?
come right there behind X line.
Okay.
But we contemplating because I may knock it down and put a new build up.
Yeah, that's what I would do. Because they don't have your house probably don't even look like the houses around there.
What's that?
I said your house probably don't even look like the houses around there.
No, on my street out of house is still pretty much the same. Maybe one or two on the street where it got remodeled, the new builds, but it's still blended in. They all
Okay.
1928 bills and shit like that.
Yeah, because that's my next phase right there too. Because I have another house that I own outright that I want to do the same thing that you talking about. Knock it down. It's like 0.5 acres, and I want to put like tiny houses on there. You know what I mean? And just
Yeah,
kind of build them up and build like little communities. That's my ultimate goal. So that's what's gonna get done by the end of this year. But I tell you what though, Ty, man, if that's the way you're going, man, um, man, you could tear it down and pre-sale that house,
yeah,
pre-sale that new build. You know what I'm saying? And you ain't gotta do nothing to it, and let
yeah,
everybody else handle the rest.
yeah. Then I got
Yeah.
another house next to Drake, in Brenham.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Drake bought like
That ranch.
yeah, down there in Brenham. With Brenham, that was Bluebell ice cream from.
Yeah, that's where Bluebell is. Yeah.
Yeah,
But
that's my
so
grandmama from.
so you gonna sell the house over there by Jay Prince? You gonna sell that property?
Jay Prince. What is that? Oh no, you talking about in Brenham?
Where's Jay? Where's Jay Prince house at? He don't he got this big
He
ranch?
No,
he outside of Houston though.
Yeah.
But Brenham is right outside of PV, right? Like close to PV.
Yeah, it ain't far away. Yeah, that's where Drake boss is laying in the ranch down there.
Yeah, Drake.
So you gonna move next door to Drake?
Yeah, I still next door to Drake. You know what I'm saying? Cause you know my grandmama from Brenham.
Hey.
Okay.
And we
You
still
got
got
a
a
down
house.
there in Brenham for real?
Go
Yeah,
tell
for real
Drake
though.
he ain't like us.
Yeah, Bluebell ice cream, man.
Yeah. No, I know what Brenham is. Yeah. That's dope.
Yeah, we still
That's
got a
dope,
house
dope.
on Alamo Street down there.
That's dope.
I'm with you, Wayne. I don't know where this went. We done went from WNBA to home improvement.
Hey man, hey man.
So
Hey,
that's
if
done
y'all
for
see
you. That's done for you.
hey, if y'all see these tools I'm stacking up in my garage, hey, I got some shit.
Dude, they say you're not even you just stacking. You hoarding tools that you don't even use that you hire other people to come work on.
You just trying to get a bunch of Ricos. You ain't doing no pretending about a bunch of Ricos.
He want to look the part. Yeah, man. Oh, Todd, you be doing all this? Yeah, I do all this, baby. You know.
Hey, but you know what though? If a tree fall in y'all yard, y'all come rip my chainsaw instead of going to Home Depot.
Not me, because I got all that right in my garage.
Man, what kind of tools? Jay, man, what kind of tools you got?
I got all of it. You be surprised.
What?
You be surprised.
You ain't got no rotary saw. You ain't got no drill impact drill.
I got. You know what? My bonus
no hammer gun.
And he keep all that.
Hey, let's stop. I ain't got none of that.
I'm just being honest. He keep all that over here. Like what y'all talking about, he do. So he keep it all over here. So it's all over here.
Yeah, I ain't got nothing. I got a drill. I got a little table saw. And I got a sprayer. Now that sprayer though, Ty. Woo!
Yeah, I ain't got no
bad
sprayer
boy.
yet though. I ain't got
That's a
that
bad boy. And they got this new extension on this sprayer where so when I spray, I roll after I spray to make sure you can spread the paint out and it won't leave any streaks in the wall. But they got this one roller now though, when you spray it rolls at the same time. Oh, it's bad boy.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna have to look into that.
Yeah,
I don't got shit.
Bad boy.
Hey, B Rod probably don't got no goddamn screwdriver set or nothing.
I barely got Damn.
Hey, but you know what I'm gonna do, Will, is damn, what I'm gonna get next. Man, I forgot what I know. I got the generator though. You know, I got the generator too though, Will. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Listen, so I bought a generator because I needed a generator because we didn't have any power on these properties we was working on until we got the power. But I got one of the big generators, man. Like that's what I got. I got ladders. You know what I mean? Because I hire people to come work on stuff, and I always have stuff there just in case they need it. I want to get to the point where I have all my own equipment, and I'm just hiring out people to use my equipment.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. See, like the trees fell with, like trees fell in the front yard and all in the garage. I'm talking big old trees and shit. I went call Wayne's stepson. He good with the chainsaw. I had hired a couple of the football players come over there, and shit got that damn shit moved for next to nothing.
Yeah, you need to go on and get your you need to go on and get your what'd you do with the wood? Did you stack it, and are you gonna use the wood? You got a fireplace?
I put that shit in the front of the damn house for the people come pick it up with the cranes.
Okay, but do you have a fireplace?
Nah, I fireplace gas. It didn't use at that house. It don't use no real wood.
Oh, okay, all right. Because if you had a gas, you could have used that same wood and chopped it up and sold that.
Yeah, I ain't got that much time. I hired them kids over there. She put that APB out who will make a little money right quick.
That's how you do it.
Hey, I be over there like a foreman.
They don't pay you no mind, Ty.
Yeah, they do.
Them kids like shit, cuz we know how you do it.
No, they know where that cash out coming from. Like them little skilled people, they be like them little skilled people, they be hey Carl, how come work coat? Nope, no reply to them. I don't mess with nobody that's under 200 pounds.
Damn.
Yeah, because all they gonna do is complain.
Yeah, they just tired, they lazy, they ain't doing no damn work. Give me all the big boys.
Yeah.
Cause I'm gonna tell you who was some good workers though. Them damn twins from Mississippi.
Oh, I love them. They still they ain't went up to school yet?
Yeah, they gone, man. Man, they gone, man. But like them some workers, like they come over there dressed for that shit.
Man, look, I'm telling you, because they from that though. They probably spent their summer doing that stuff.
Hey, I had them working. Them motherfuckers, you know how both motherfuckers be like 2 man in the logs and shit, them heavy logs. Shit, they be squatting down, lifting that shit up by themselves.
That's why you want to stay. That's what I was saying to work for your butt, boy.
Yeah, the state of Texas got 3 goddamn great years of service out of that.
In the great state of Mississippi.
That's right. Hey. Like they my number one workers all the time. They come in there and get it. I'm talking they be dressed up with long sleeves, shirts on, you know, like that, with boots and all that shit. They ready with.
Man, listen. Hey, how you what you got planned for your kids this summer, man? What's y'all summer schedule looking like?
Weight room. Like with B-Rod players Kappa, they online. They gotta go through hell, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah. You ready, man? You excited? You ready for this season?
Yeah, I'm ready. You know me, man. I like to let the day. I ain't never wanted like to rush time, man. I like time to take its own course.
Yeah.
And just
man.
When the time comes, I think we're gonna be real good this year, man. I think we got a hell of a team this year.
Yeah. Yeah. What would you say coming out of that spring where you like, yo, we gotta make sure we tighten this up before the fall?
Just get some more confidence and chemistry in the passing game. You know, kind of on some shit that we feel like we can just go to. And that may be like overall, or that could be identifying that 1 or 2 people that we, how we need to attack somebody. And shit, defensively, I would say defensively, I would say continue to increase the mental capacity and understanding with the D line, like we was stressing earlier in the spring. I keep building on that. I think if we do them 2 things, I think we'll be. I know we're a better team than we were last year. I feel like we're a better team than we were last year right now.
Yeah, I mean, I can see that. I think you have defensively, you know what I mean? Defensively, you are definitely a better team. And I think that makes you a better team. Because you were so young last year. You know what I mean? And you got your guys coming back. You know what I mean? And, I think coming into this year, you start to see a lot of the things around you, not necessarily on your campus, but around you and the teams that you playing, watching how those teams are shaping up as well. So what have you heard, man? You heard anything good about or you heard any chatter about what other teams are doing and some of the things that they got going on? Like, you heard anything?
No, I say, it's the usual suspects. Those that win add 2. Those that ain't winning normally lose and shit. So, I mean, shit.
They do.
Right.
I mean, the thing with us is we know what we facing, so we already know what we up against. And
Right.
shit. I mean, you getting ready for the team we talk about playing in the first 3 games. Shit. I mean, it is what it is. Whether they get nobody or not, you got to be ready to play your best game to get in there and have a chance to win.
Right.
Yeah, man. I mean, go ahead. I'm sorry, Ross.
No, you good. No, I'm good. I'm good.
You sure? No, I need you to ask the question, B. Rod. You got to stay locked in right quick.
Oh no,
There goes
There you go.
Jermain. Man. Hey man.
Lucas Lovejoy.
If we play Lovejoy, that shit gonna be so far away. That shit gonna be like December the 12th or some shit. I ain't worried about that shit. He could
Nah,
put.
man.
How
He
y'all
could.
run B Rise off? That's what I want to know.
Hey,
Y'all
you
gonna
should
do.
have put a picture of Willie Gaston up there or something. Shit.
Well, that don't count, man. Win,
Yeah,
lose,
that shit
draw.
do count.
That don't count. You don't care
Yeah, it
about that.
do.
If you cared about that, you wouldn't play them games.
What the hell that mean?
You don't care. You don't
I
care.
do care.
You don't care if you beat North Shore, Douglasville, or Longview.
You a damn lie.
Come
Now,
on, bro.
Duncanville definitely.
Well, yeah, he care about Douglasville.
Duncanville definitely, yes.
Yeah, because I heard he put Sample's cart on flat one time.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Nah, not really. Hey man, yeah, we do. We care about winning all the goddamn games. Like shit.
I mean, going down to North Shore is tough. And I know y'all gonna give it to y'all. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying y'all ain't preparing. I'm not saying y'all ain't gonna play hard. But at the end of the day, I don't think it really moves the needle unless you win, right? If you win, it's gonna cause an uproar. But if you lose, nobody really gonna say nothing.
Yeah, they're gonna drop us in the rankings and say that 5A people can't supposed to play with 6A people and how many A's you got and all that type of shit. So it's still gonna be something said.
But but that's kind of like blah blah blah, right? Because you gotta think about it. North Shore coming to Crowley the next week. So they just making a DFW tour.
I guess so. You know, right. Well, we going down there. We going 8 times.
Yeah. So I'm more on what Todd's talking about because I think it does mean something if you beat North Shore.
If you
You know
win,
what I
I'm talking
mean?
about if
Yeah,
you
yeah.
lose.
Well, how you lose
I
means
don't think
more.
that matters.
Well, it does. It matters from a team perspective. You know what I mean? Particularly when you already stating that this is one of your better teams and maybe one of your best teams.
Yeah. But
You
I
know what I
mean,
mean? So you don't. But
North Shore, the transfer portal was good down there.
absolutely. I don't think that going down and playing North Shore and losing that game 21-14, 28-21 is a loss for South.
No, I don't think
I
there's no
think
way they can lose, period. That's what I'm saying.
well, I'm saying, but if they lose 35-0,
It's on the
42
road.
nothing.
It's on the road
Well,
first game.
no, yeah, I hear you.
It's on the road
I
first
hear you.
game. And you know what? Ty gonna be right here Sunday night. And he might even bring Ward out. And they gonna say, we get ready for Douglasville.
And that's gonna be true. And that's gonna be 100% true. Do I think at the end of the
Yep.
day if they care if they go 0-3, they can give 0 F's if they go 0-3.
That's what I'm saying.
However, they do not want to go down to Houston and be putting on for the great city of Dallas and the great area of Oak Cliff and get drugged. We can't live with that.
No, as a pride thing, I'm with you on that part.
But so if we can't live with that, I'd be damn if Todd ain't gonna feel it.
Yeah, but Ty wouldn't schedule. I mean, Ty scheduled that game.
Yeah, but he wouldn't care. But I'm definitely gonna be talking to this motherfucker. You know what I mean?
Hey man, we going to goddamn North Shore, man. We loading the bus. Hey, you remember you know how like when you go into the army, J Mac, and your mom and them bring you that little lunch bag with your sandwich in it.
You hug your girlfriend goodbye.
Yeah. Right. Shit, hey. Strap this shit up. It's all.
Hey, Ty. J Mac had a lunch kit. He didn't have no bag.
Oh, my bad.
He had a Spider-Man or Superman lunch kit.
That's
You
right.
know?
But see, that's the thing though, J Mac, really is at some point for us, it's about it get to a point where at some point we gotta beat some of these type of teams. Like damn playing a close game, damn playing a good second half. At some point in time, in order for us to continue our growth, we gotta be able to beat any team in the state of Texas. And that's the challenge that we up for now. That we up for.
We talking about a 5A D2 team.
Man, I don't give a damn about no 5A D2 team.
Yeah. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't, like, listen, man. I mean, in another case, what Todd just said, period. At some point, you're going to have to go 2-1. You cannot keep going 0-3. You cannot.
Okay.
Because
when is that point? When is that point?
It has to be this year.
No.
All right. So I'm predicting they're gonna go 2-1.
You predicting it?
2-1.
I'm predicting they go 1-2. If not, maybe 2-1, but 1-2.
All I'm saying is this. In order to goddamn get in the range and you want to be considered with all the big dogs, you gotta beat we gotta beat one of them big dogs.
Got to.
Longview,
1, 2, or 3 of them.
Longview right there.
I mean, yeah, Longview too. Like that's a perennial program too.
I think that's the best program for the taking. If maybe Duncanville, because Duncanville might not even have a first game. So that's definitely an advantage if you can get that.
Yeah, but I don't really like that. But that's one thing I don't really like. Like I'd rather them play a game, and when you get to have film like last year, like we didn't get to see Duncanville until the damn game started. We didn't have no scrimmage tape because they ain't scrimmage nobody. And like I said, what we didn't have no form of shit to work on for that week except for some shit from last year.
Yeah, but I mean, Ty, you work with the man for years. You know what he gonna do.
Yeah, but you got a new OC.
It's just preparation shit you get to show the kids.
Willow. Every OC run the same offense at Duncanville.
Oh, okay. All right. So time out, J man.
Nah, not true. Peterman had a lot more. Peterman went a lot more 10 personnel.
Yeah, I mean, you might change up the personnel, but it's still the same. It's still gonna be run based.
It's not. It's tendencies. It's tendencies. It's the thing about play calling, man. Most of the time, offensive coaches, they're all tendency and they're all rhythm coaches. If you look at their first 15 plays, you're gonna find out what they're gonna run the rest of the game. But if you can't track that, and if you can't put it in, what do they run out of 10 personnel? What do they run out of 11? What do they run out of 12? What do they run out when they're on the left hash? What do they run when they're on the right hash? What do they do in the black? What do they do in the red? What do they do in the goal line? The high red? What do they do in the low red? Like, there's a lot of people who have different tendencies all up and down the football field. Their plays may change. Well, one game will give you an idea.
Yeah, like that's what I'm saying, J-Man. Like, when normally you see Duncanville, like they had normally been a lot of 11 personnel stuff. Like against us last year, they didn't really line up with too much 11 personnel. Like everything they did was more 10 personnel based.
Well, yeah, I'm saying, like personnel.
Huh?
That's because of their personnel, though.
But they still had the same personnel to line up in 11 personnel too.
I don't think they had a tight end.
Like Zach Turner, goddamn tight end.
Against y'all, he lined up out wide.
I'm saying, but you can flex in the same way the other dudes. The dude they had that went to Florida State did the same shit.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is, like that shit ain't the same. When you want to at least be able to show the kids some kind of shit on film of something, especially with a game of that magnitude. Even if it was just watching the scrimmage, like you going to a game not knowing if you don't know if they done changed us some shit, you don't know nothing.
Well, not only that though, J Mac, just look at it from a player standpoint. I'm a player. I'm gonna go watch my personnel that I'm getting ready to play. You know what I'm saying? How can I set this dude up? Is he a lunger? You know what I'm saying? Like, how does he block? You know what I'm saying? Does he have tendencies? Does he put all his weight on his inside foot? Does he sit back when he get ready to pull? I want to be able to see all that stuff. You know what I mean? And the only way I can see that is to see guys in live action.
Yeah, that's why I prefer. In the perfect world, I prefer like at least have the ability to trade film. Now you don't. You know, you basing this shit on some what you think they gonna do. Then you could be wasting a lot of time on some shit they ain't gonna do. And you know, to me, it just I'd rather have a little, you know, some form of film to break down and do some scouting shit.
Yeah.
But it don't matter because
I think they'll get a game one. Y'all should have something. They'll get a game one. Somebody will play them.
man, they ain't finna get no damn game one. I'm finna go through this same shit like we always do. They
Just
gonna have
Shout out to Eunice Trinity, man. And I hate to put Eunice Trinity on blast like this, but the fact that you willing to play, you didn't have a game week one, but and you willing to schedule freshman and JV, but wouldn't schedule varsity. That's crazy to me. Like at some point, nuts got to come out.
Yeah, but I mean, hey, you know, when the time comes, you know, we'll be ready.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, J Mac, everybody ain't built the same, man.
Yeah,
That
dog. Like I could never expect them to win a big game. You know, that bothers me. Like, come on, bro, line it up. I don't care if you go meet in the playoff. You think y'all gonna be the same team in the playoffs as you is week one?
Nah, you shouldn't be.
Well, listen. I don't know, man. I'm a little different, man. I understand a lot of things, and a lot of things I don't understand. What I don't understand is not being able to. Okay, if I'm a use Trinity, I'm a use Trinity. I'm not afraid to place Dunkerville. I'm use Trinity. I've seen use Trinity scrimmage Dunkerville, and we sat there and said, J Mac, they wasn't a very good team. And they ended up not being a very good team.
But they was
We've
good
seen
last
them,
year.
but last year they are taking up steps, right?
Right.
So I need to play a Dunkerville. Why? Because isn't no Crowley in my district?
I don't think this year they not, but I think that's who they'll play the first round.
Okay, so I got to get ready for them regardless.
Yeah, they in the district with South Lake them now.
Okay, well, I still got to get ready for North Crowley. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I got to play somebody that's close to a, and it just haven't seen that I could play it better than North Crowley.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I think at that you got to kind of look at that from preparation. But if you're looking at they're going into the district with South Lake, maybe they looking at it like I want to be healthy to compete in this district.
But it's week one.
Say, man, I was at that thing, man, and I saw teams run from coaches.
Yeah.
Straight up.
Use that realignment.
Yeah. Like I literally saw that. And it baffles me. You know what I mean? Because maybe it's just because I'm a person who loves competing. I love going out and playing against your best. I want to know how I stack up against your best. Period. And I think when you look at SOC, that's how they go and approach things. And I think if you look at the benefit of going 0-3 as a state championship, you go 0-3, 0-3 every year. But I think if you want to take your team to a new level and consider yourself one of the greatest in the state, not just in 5A, you have to go 2-1 against them big dogs. Because now that sets you up on a whole nother pantheon.
I think it sets you back where you just don't want to play the best. Period.
I agree with that.
I think that just sets you back. Whenever you shine away from the best, I got a problem with it because if nothing else, you're gonna get better. And if you ask me, even if you think Duncanville better than you, right? Let's just take this for you think Duncanville better than you. Wouldn't you want to play them first? You have a real good idea, like Coach say, what they got when you play them.
But okay, again, if I'm going to go play at Duncanville, right? I have to be a team where I say, okay, I'm contending for a state championship. You know what I mean? I need to see where my team stack up. How do I stack up? How do I measure up to the best in the country? I lose that game 35-14, 35-28, 35-21. I'm walking out of that game happy because I got something.
That's all I'm saying. And shout out to
But
Coach Evans.
you can walk out that game like and the difference between them, and this is the difference. You can walk out of that game like North Crowley and come back and act like it never phased you because you got a coach and you got kids that believe that they are what they are. It can also go the other way. You can come out that game and happen to you what happened to North Crowley and lose your whole team. It's a two-way street.
But that's a great community, right? Like that community, I don't think is gonna fall apart. Like that's a real tight community. Shout out to Coach Evans. Hey, another example, Coach Evans, 5A D2. He played the best public school in America.
Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. He ain't scared, but look what he has. He has to play them. There is no way around not playing DeSoto if you're him because you've had more guys on the All-State team than DeSoto. So you have to play them. You are putting your team and yourself up to contend for a state championship. You have to see how you match up against the best in the state. You're down in Corpus Christi. Ain't nothing down there that's gonna challenge you. You know what I mean? You got to shoot your way up 45. And
shout out to
them
all the
playing
San
the
Antonio schools that turned him down.
yeah. So now he has to play DeSoto, which is perfect for him because A is gonna do two things. He's gonna see where he stack up as a team, and he's gonna see if his kids are as good as they say they are. And if these kids are as good as they say they are, they lose that game or they win that game. They lose that game by a touchdown, a field goal, anything less than that, he has to believe. He has to walk out of that game with his chest up, knowing we're about to do something special. If he goes into that game and they get blew out, then he has to come back and say, we got a lot of work to do. You cannot forget, we played not Converse Justin, Jack Yates, the first game of the season, Todd. Do you remember that at Memorial Stadium?
Yeah.
We beat them 18-15. They went off and won 15 in a row and went to the state championship game. We lost in the second round of playoffs. You see what I'm saying? It matters.
Yeah.
It matters.
I guess, man. I hope they do find a game, though. I really do. I hope
me too, man.
And I know you do for your own, and I get why you want to. It makes sense. But I just think they need to do it because they need to play a full season. They don't need 2 bye weeks. You damn sure don't need 1 week 1. Because we already know you ain't going to get no scrimmage. Right, over. And sock full.
That's right. We play everybody. We don't give a damn.
Well, and that's the thing. That's the part. Like Todd, that's the part that kind of makes us mad and we love about it as well. Is we know you don't give a damn, but why we always gotta look forward to this sock and Duncanville game because won't nobody else play Duncanville. You know what I'm saying? It's like, can we see a Duncanville somebody else that's a high level competitive squad. Why does
Yeah.
the only people that step up to them are the 5A soccer South Oak Cliff State Championship team? Now, Ty, the goddamn. All right. We got to be samples.
Yeah, I know, man. You ain't tell me
Man,
nothing.
yeah, we can't keep going into this game. Uh, playing for a half and can't finish it out. We gotta get this one, dog.
Nah. The year we should have got it was the year that second year we won state, but we just like that. That was the year I think that they was that we should have had it for sure. Out of all the years, that's the year I thought we had our chance.
Oh, that's what the one with Caden, the one that sprayed.
No, at Kincaid.
I'm sorry, Kincaid, yeah.
Yeah.
When Caden had that long run.
Yeah. Uh huh.
Well, let me ask you this, man. If you're looking at not too early, right? Let's go with your not too early rankings, based on what you know, and I'm not going to limit you to a division,
Okay.
right? So I'm not going to limit you to 5A, 4A, or 6A. The
Okay.
top 10 teams in general, the ones that you say I'm looking out for. These are the teams that's going. They got a great chance to win state, regardless.
Uh.
Just top 10, regardless of classification.
I would say I would if I'm coming back from last year, come back to this year. I would say the number one team to me is a coin flip between DeSoto and Duncanville because of the quarterback situation of Russell coming back and he ain't lost number one fucking game. He only lost one game in high school.
Yeah, yeah.
I would
He on his
probably
Calamari shit right now. He on his Calamari shit right now.
yeah. I probably would lean the Duncanville one, DeSoto two. I'll say South Lake three. Uh, because I'm just trying to think of who I would consider the best team. Alito will be in there. Teams I think will be able to contend. I'm anxious to see Compare.
Yeah.
The jury for me still out on North Crowley.
Okay.
But I think damn near they up in their class though. I don't know if they're in the top echelon right now, but their name can be put in the mix. I would say another team a lot of people don't know about down here. I would say Texas High. I think is a damn good team. A lot of people don't know about.
Yeah, I'm still waiting for that matchup against Sock with Texas High. We got to get that eventually.
Yeah, we got a whole bunch of goddamn matchups. Wait for us for. We got
Well, I gave up on
University.
Marshall. I gave up on Fort Bend. I won't take Sock.
Yeah, that's the game I want, man. I feel like we should that Texas High game gonna be fun, dog. That'd be a really good game, man.
Yeah. I'm trying to think who else. So who's some of the other schools that y'all been naming and y'all way too early polls or whatever it's called?
I'm excited about Waxahachie and Cedar Hill. I need to see who going.
Yeah, but I think the thing with them, what you talking about is even nobody if they have a good year, like they still got to go back through the people that you got above them to get to the point you talk about, which means they really X their ass out the equation. You know what I'm saying? Unless they can beat one of them.
But they might. I feel like this is how I feel, Ty. You give your opinion, but I feel like the 4 teams that come out of that district will see each other again. Like I just feel like all 4 of them, it's gonna be a rematch in round 4.
I think it's possible, but I don't think last year is gonna just be like it's gonna be like that again this year. I don't think so because I got to see the matchups leading through.
And see, that's where I'm at on DeSoto. you can't knock a champion out. You got to regardless. It's funny that NCAA football coming out. Sometimes you just got to have the right backup to help you get to where you need to go. Right? They are a champion. They're gonna always be a champion. They got a new quarterback coming in. I always said last year DJ Bailey was the most important player on that team for whatever reason. Um, Going into this year, Duncanville has a quarterback back, and the teams who have the best quarterback has the best chance to win state. Um, but this year, I think you got to front. DeSoto's in there. They still have really good receivers. They still have a really good running back, and they just need a quarterback not to make mistakes. You know what I mean? I think coming out of that district is going to be the same four. I don't think Lancaster has a chance.
Damn. You
I
gonna do James
don't.
like that?
Yeah, I think James is he's excited. He's a good. Listen, I love James. We've been trying to get James on the show. James don't want to come on the show, so I have to do something to provoke James. And in my provocation, I'm saying I ain't gonna make it out.
So
I'm saying
you telling James to enjoy these 10 games.
But I'm telling James that this is the first year they never go to the playoffs. So what I'm saying is, don't worry about taking Hebron off that schedule. You need that
You need
for
that
win
W.
loss value.
You need
Yeah,
that
you
W.
need that.
Yeah. So what y'all saying is, I'm gonna tell y'all the one thing that I had learned too though is that when you trying to beat, I'm saying like in this area, when you trying to beat them teams that normally got that mojo over people, you know what I'm saying? Like it's really a lot of it is psychic because a lot of them motherfuckers play different versus certain teams. It was just like last year going to the game. DeSoto finally beat Duncanville, but DeSoto was able to do something they never able was to do to Duncanville, which kind of roughed them up a little bit and run that ball down their throat and stuff like that. But you could tell it picked up steam as the more they kept having success and delivering. And then you saw they got to the point where they believed. But if any one of them players go wrong early in the game and Duncanville go up, they natural mindset be like, damn, here this shit go again. And so a lot of times when you're trying to beat the team that doesn't really have something over you, it go back to your mindset in them certain moments of, are you able to jump out on them early? If they do come score on you fast, can you match it? Or do you just go back to that rut like, fuck, here this shit go again? Now coach got to try to get you out of a rut to get back to playing. And a lot of that shit is mental when you playing them teams.
Mm-hmm.
It just like when you was at Carter. How many games did y'all win? Not because y'all was truly better than somebody, but it was because y'all psyched people out mentally before the game started.
Yeah, a lot.
And then when you finally saw, just go back to the time, okay, y'all had always been beating Kimball. But then go back to that year at Sprague where they beat Carter, and you can tell Kimball and them had a different fucking mindset. Their mindset in that game against y'all when they beat y'all with DeLon now, as a junior, was the same mindset DeSoto had versus Duncanville last year.
The only difference is, Coach, Kimball kind of stayed there and didn't go past the first round.
Yeah,
but yeah, I'm with you.
But that's what I'm
It's
talking
just
about.
a shot at Kimball.
In that game too, though, if you start thinking about Kimball, DeSoto already before winning that game has shown that they're a legit state contender, make playoff run type of program.
Absolutely.
Kimball had never did that, so their biggest joy was beating y'all to go fuck it off in a week or two. And then come back all year and say, hey, we beat Carter, though.
Todd, I always tell Kimball Cash that, man. I said, man, that game meant more to y'all than it meant to us. Well, what you mean? You know it didn't? I said, It did because y'all couldn't refocus and win in the next round of the playoffs. Y'all lost. We were still going 3, 4 rounds deep, 5 rounds in some cases. So, you know, again, anyway, it's not the point. But if you go back to Kimball and DeSoto, if you go back to DeSoto and Duncanville, it was huge for DeSoto. But I also knew that going into that season, it was going to be hard to stop DeSoto on offense.
Yeah.
It was going to be hard. I mean, they just had too much. If there's ever such thing as too much firepower, they had too much firepower.
But true. But I'm saying, but when you really look at it, what they had was no different than what they had in the years before. To me, they didn't win the game firepower. They won the game this year because of the trenches attitude. It wasn't even that no great blocks was made, but it was just an attitude that you can tell. Like it was they were like, we ain't gonna be punk. We gonna be punking somebody.
It was
Somebody gonna punk
mentality.
us.
Yeah, and we kind of laugh at McLean because McLean and his crew would always tell you how roguish they are, and they literally had that type of mentality in the trenches. And I think it's kind of like they call me the bully of the show, Todd. But sometimes the bully get bullied. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's what you need. You know what I'm saying? To keep, you know, to in order
that's
for
true.
other people to grow. You know what I mean?
Cause I'm telling you, like it wasn't no different than the mentality when we got the skyline, when we finally was able to beat Carter. You know, it was just a mindset. Like the cats said, it was like shit, enough. You know what I'm saying? It like, we turned to Cassie versus Puffy. You know what I'm saying? enough.
You know what, Ty? We cannot use that. No.
Yeah, but I'm saying we fought back.
Yeah. We can't. Yeah, we cannot do this.
Hey, we were more like Tina Turner.
No.
I broke out the high heel, the boot.
Because she had to eat the cake. She had to eat the cake.
Hey, we hit Carter upside the head with that heel and ran out that limo.
Don't you just say? Won't you just say that the man got treated like y'all treated us like Deontay Wilder? Just say that.
Yeah. Y'all Deontay Wilder.
Yeah, there you go.
Hey, Coach, let me get you. What's your thoughts about you said you wasn't believing in North Crowley yet, but what's your thought about the week 1 matchup with North Crowley and Lancaster?
I think it's I'm saying if North Crowley, who everybody been saying they is, I mean, because I watched North Crowley a couple games last year, and what I'm saying, like they in contention, they still just waiting for that win versus one of them programs. You know what I'm saying?
They need a dominant win. They need a dominant win.
That big win. But
they need that Duncanville or DeSoto win. That's the only two they need.
Yeah, I'm gonna say it like this: if North Crowley win the game and it's close, North Crowley may not be as ready as some people think. If they blow them out, then North Crowley probably it's gonna be legit. If Lancaster win, then I think out of North Crowley, for the early hype type of shit, they gonna have a lot to work on to be ready to play them boys down back, when they come back around in November, December.
No, well, next week they got DeSoto, so you just said they just don't even need to show up, huh?
Who got DeSoto? Oh, North Crowley?
Yeah.
Listen, Todd, that's crazy.
Yeah, I'm saying if North Crowley supposed to be who a lot of y'all say they supposed to be right now, then they should be sparked up with a hell of a matchup week 2.
If they lose,
If who lose?
If North Crowley lose to Lancaster, we won't hear the end of this shit.
I know
Yeah,
I
then
won't.
Langston. Yeah, real deal. Then who Langston too?
Yeah, but then if Lancaster beat North Crowley, you got to look at them and going into that district like, oh snap, it's gonna be a fun one.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's the thing though. But okay, let's say to that game. I'm just gonna name a couple. I don't know how the game gonna go, so don't nobody hold me to this. I'm just throwing out different scenarios. You know how people lie to make a fucking post in the morning and shit.
Oh, you gonna
Some
make
of
them
y'all
do
don't
it.
give
You
a
gonna make
damn.
them do it.
It ain't nothing but Lamont.
I'm
It
saying,
ain't nothing but Lamont.
let's say that Langston beat North Crowley in a real good game, and then North Crowley played DeSoto, and let's just hypothetically say, let's say DeSoto beat the mess out of North Crowley. Then you like, oh, I mean, if it happened that way, you'd be like, damn, Langston may be pretty good, but you still have DeSoto did them, and they may be a little bit behind, but then you would definitely be like, well, North Crowley may not be the team we thought they was. Now, if North Crowley go out there and handle business, and let's say they win week 1, then what that sets you up for is you like, shit, this a sign to tell you how December may be looking. Early sign to see how December looking, barring injuries and all that shit. And then the winner of that game probably it should be ranked as a top 3 team in the state of Texas easy. Because
I
I don't
feel
know who
like
in North Crowley district though.
I feel like they got I ain't gonna say easy district, but they got the Mansfield schools. Is the Arlington schools in there? I'll look it up in a minute. But my thing is I think Gates wants to beat a team from the South. And I think that's
Yeah, he
pretty
got to.
obvious. I think it's pretty obvious because he scheduled 2 of them off the bat. Like he wants to put it.
I think that's the only way you get you get your name with the respect card next to it is to knock off one of them type of teams, that you got to go through later on in order to win the state title anyway.
Right, but I just think it's out of just confidence. Like you beat a team from the South, now you can say, look, man, we gonna beat one of them.
Like we beat DeSoto.
I'm not saying you go beat Carter. I'm saying you beat one of the powerhouses.
Yeah.
Team.
Well, let me ask you this: does it have to be? It has to be DeSoto then, because
I think Langston went 4 rounds.
Okay, they went 4 rounds deep in 5A,
but they still went.
They went 5 rounds deep in 6A. So for them, do beating Langston holds as much value?
I'm gonna say this about your comment though, Will. I would beg to differ that the 5A Region 2 road to the 4th round was tougher than the 6A Region 1 route.
Okay. I give you that.
Region you normally gonna run into some El Pasos and all that type of shit too.
I
It
give you
ain't no
that
knocking their football, but
I give you that one. Again, but do you think them beating Lancaster would give them more credit? Like you saying
I
that
think
you
see how the season. I say once you see how the season kind of play out, depending on how Lancaster does in district, it kind of gives you places where you can line them up at. It's like, okay, all right, shit, they was over here, they be right in the mix with Duncanville. But that's the good part. Here they play DeSoto the next week.
And that's what I'm saying. They playing DeSoto anyway. They playing 2 teams in that district.
Yeah. The thing about them cats is, in their district is, from a couple coaches that I done went against, I would say the best coach as far as getting his kids, I'm not gonna say ready to play, but I'm gonna say out of that district, the coach that get his kids the hypest to play I would probably say it's Claude Mathis. I think that's one thing that he does a great job of is that he makes to have you ready to play a game. I think Paul turning shit around how he did last year also shows that he got a way of getting to his kids to make them still play for him even when things weren't going great at a particular time. And everybody else counted them out. They kept believing. And then in that district, when you got Sam, he the mastermind of downplaying some shit, but it's really to goddamn cut your heart out type of shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right. He like to lay low.
Yeah, he wanted to lay low, but the whole time he telling the troops, we're gonna cut their nuts out, but we're gonna shake their hand first.
Yeah. We're gonna shake their hands, whoop their ass, and then shake their hands again on the way out.
Yeah, well. Hey, DeSoto, you know what they intend here from the moment they get there. You know what I'm saying?
One thing, DeSoto do a great job of playing the victim and the underdog, even if they got the most kids. I mean, even if they got the best talent, like they do a great job of being able to say everybody hate us. Even if you say you love them, you can say, "Hey man, I love you," but you don't love me like them.
But that's what I'm saying. I think they embrace the villain.
They make themselves the villain.
I mean, sometimes that's the best way to be.
I mean,
you make yourself the villain with shit. You ain't never got to worry about being good.
Hey, whatever.
Yeah, but that's a hidden. That's a hidden. So everybody want to be the villain. There's always people out there gunning for the villain. You know what I mean? And whether or not DeSoto is the villain or not, or whatever it is it takes them to get them where they're going, and it's worked, and I would say keep doing it because they won 2 state championships in a row. They got a chance for a 3-peat. You know? So I don't know, Ty. I love it. And people don't like you.
Yeah, but I'm saying I don't give a damn, and I ain't politically correct. I ain't no.
That's why they don't like you. That's why they don't like you, Day. Because they look at you like you the uncle sitting on the porch, and you don't supposed to look like that.
Nah, you know what folks look at me like? They look like I could be the person they hate, but I'm riding through that neighborhood and ain't nobody saying.
No, because they're scared of you.
Keep their opinion on the porch. Huh?
Because they're scared of you.
Nah, it ain't about scared of me. They respect it.
Well, yeah, Ty, they respect it, but they also
They respect it like weird. Like if you know somebody, like okay, if you jump out there and then somebody gonna jump back, you respect it. Just say, man, just ride down the street, dog. We good.
There you go. Now there's 2 different things. There's respect and there's fear. You got a little bit of both, Todd, because you are the coach that's gonna sit there and go back at a. You say something fly and off the cuff to somebody say something flying off the cuff to you. You are that coach that has the ability to say what you need to say in a way where that person gonna feel some kind of way.
Yeah.
But which is why they don't try you like that. You know what I'm saying? And then there are the ones who are saying, and I've been with you. Shit, it's like walking to the Beatles. It's like walking with the Beatles with you. You know what I'm saying? We stop every goddamn 5 minutes.
But
you know,
that's because it's like when you walking around, but when people know that you one of them, like I mean, shit, that's how it be like. It ain't like no, it's just like shit. We just kicking it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. So. That's my point, Ty. Is there are people who are not going to approach you that way, and there are going to be people who, out of respect, just loves you. You know what I'm saying? And I think the people that loves you, they're like us. And I think that song is so perfect, J Mac. Everybody ain't like us, Ty.
It ain't.
They're not.
You know what? I think in a way. In a way, I think it's that Draymond Green, Dennis Rodman effect. You know what I'm saying? Where if they on the other team, you like, man, I can't stand them motherfuckers. But if they on your team, you like, shit, I
Oh, I
love that
love him.
shit.
I love him. That's the point. You know what I'm saying? Like people hated Rodman when he was on the Bad Boys. If you was a Bull fan, right? If you was a Jordan fan, you hated Dennis Rodman. But when he
Yeah.
came to the Bulls, you were like, oh, fuck, that's my
Hey,
dog.
hey, it's all good.
It's all good. It's all
Yeah,
good,
J
man.
Mac.
Yeah.
I mean, who y'all think out of that? I mean, you like once you get past Duncanville, South Lake, DeSoto, them schools, and I'm gonna throw North Carolina in there back too. Who y'all think the next one is?
Like I said, man, I like Waxahachie and Cedar Hill. I I expect them to. I like Capel. I really like Capel. I'm gonna be honest. I really like Capel. I do want to see because I mean I like Southlake because of course I think their offense is gonna score a lot, but they replacing I think all 11 on defense. Like they
Yeah.
coming up with a whole new defense. So
Yeah, it don't matter with them.
it don't matter. It's a system thing over there. So I'm
So
sure
why
they.
you like Waxahachie and Cedar Hill? Like give me your reasons behind like what's your thought? Why it ain't one of them?
I
Why
think
both?
Jay Back has been good to him, and I I really think this quarterback they got is what they've been missing. If I'm being
Yeah.
honest,
Oh, he can play.
yeah, he can spin it, and that's the one thing they ain't had. Like I love Coach Tyler. Like I love Coach Tyler. I ain't gonna lie. I mean that's the kind of coach I'll play for him. Like he the kind of
Yeah.
coach. He his culture is gonna be tough. They gonna be tough. They gonna play hard. All that good stuff. They gonna play good defense. He's a defensive guy.
Yeah.
So and it's Waxahachie. They gonna have athletes, right? It's athletes running around. So all they haven't had was somebody that can get them athletes the ball. And I feel like if this quarterback do that, man, it's gonna be tough, man. I think that pass rusher they got, you know,
Yeah, he's pretty good. Yeah, I like him too.
I like the
Number
pass rusher.
13.
Nah, he graduated. They got another one, man.
Oh damn.
Yeah, he moved up to crime free Waxahachie. Who don't want to live in Waxahachie? It's crime free. And from San Antonio, and he's a dog. And like I said, they're gonna play good defense.
But the thing with them teams is, I think in order for them to turn their page with like you putting them at them on City Hill, they got to knock off one of them other two cats in front of them.
And I think this will be the year. Now I can't call it because I'm the type that I believe when you on the top, you on the top until somebody beats you. So I really believe that. So, but I do believe this could be the year. I don't think I would be shocked if Cedar Hill or Waxahachie beat DeSoto or Duncanville, especially doing that district.
Like that's what I'm saying. Like what? Why would you think? I'm gonna say Duncanville first. Why would you think one of them two teams will have a chance to beat Duncanville this year?
I'm gonna be honest. You want to answer that first, Willow?
And I'm only speaking for Cedar Hill because to me, Cedar Hill is the only team that I see like my two favorites. My one favorite is Cedar Hill, and here's
Yeah.
why: they had a running back coming back. They got three Power Five offensive linemen.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I think what they did last year is unbelievable. But I think what you saw was what they could be if they had opportunity to be that all year long. So I think
Yeah.
their offensive line, I think their quarterback is back, so that's good.
No,
They
he
got a good
graduated.
run.
No,
They got another one coming back.
No,
Yeah, the one
not
that was
coming back.
starting.
They got that J Back has been good. They got Dor Forney starting quarterback.
Okay, I knew they had a quarterback coming in. Okay, and their offensive line, and I think defensively they're going to be what they are because they have a coach that's a defensive minded coach. That's why I like Cedar Hill. I like their mentality of their coaching staff. I love the fact that they got a really good offensive line. They got a power five offensive line. I like their running back and they got a quarterback. That's why I like CD Hill. And do I think this is the year for them to knock off one of those two teams? I would say more so DeSoto than Lancaster. I mean, than Duncanville is because of the quarterback position. You know what I mean?
But this my thing though. When y'all saying that, like we said, okay, DeSoto lost their quarterback that been starting the last 2.5 years. Okay, fine. We talking about what other teams than JMac got people to come in. Like, what make their additions better than the two quarterback options that DeSoto got?
Well, I didn't say that. That's Willow.
Yeah,
No,
that's
I'm
what
saying.
I'm asking.
Yeah, but I'm saying it. I'm saying it before. I'm saying it for one specific reason. Is I don't know what I know. DeSoto has all the peripheral weapons that a quarterback needs to be successful. Right? He got 2, 3 wide
Yeah.
receivers over there. He got a running back over there. I don't know how they offensive line look. I know they lost a lot. And I know they got Big Bar coming back. I know they got maybe two starters, maybe 3. I don't know. Lamont probably know better than I do. I don't know. I can't speak on that.
I think they got. I know they lost 75 in the center. I think the other 3 coming back, and the other dudes that started.
I knew Barr was coming back. I knew one of the left tackles, the left guards, was a sophomore.
Yeah.
And they really, the other kids spoke really highly of him. So I know he's coming back. They are winners. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, if we're saying what team do I think that they could beat, I think they could beat DeSoto. I don't know if they could beat Duncanville. Duncanville is always going to have a run game, but I think DeSoto and Duncanville kind of have the same problems for 2 different situations. They're losing their quarterback. DeSoto is that it's been a 2-time state championship guy. We know that for a fact because he did it.
Yeah.
Duncanville is losing their offensive coordinator, who's a 2-time state championship offensive coordinator. Right? So we got to look at those and see how do both of those roles are filled and how those guys are doing in those particular roles.
Now, Willow, I'm surprised you ain't brought up what really matters, which I'm going to ask both of y'all, Todd, Willow, who has the better defense? Because that's my biggest question when it comes to Duncanville.
I'll probably right now. I mean, how many people DeSoto return?
Well, they turn the defensive end. That's.
I mean, I know they got the
They got Marshall coming back too.
They got Marshall. They got Red. They got the DN. I mean,
the Red wasn't no starter last year though.
He wasn't no starter last, but he played. He was in the rotation.
Yeah, I know they got. I know that the safety that committed to SMU, he coming back.
He coming back. I think both. Well, 1.5 corners because the other one did rotate. So you got 2 corners basically coming back.
Yeah, with Duncanville,
they got to replace all the linebackers. They do have to replace the linebackers. That's the question mark that I think.
So
J-Mac was good to DeSoto too. Now because that's what J-Mac. They got a deep tackle from Brewer that's pretty good. D1 player.
Yeah, so I think both of their defense are probably in the same situation, just in different spots.
Well, yeah. Listen, man. Todd, they are both good on defense, especially with talking about defensive line wise. Especially with that sound when the young kids they got J Mac that we saw with the defensive end, the D tackles that coming through. The thing about schools like DeSoto and Duncanville and the rich get richer. It doesn't matter. They got something coming through the pipe that we ain't never seen before that we're gonna look up and like, yo.
Hey man, Rod said DeSoto got 4 of them from the great CC.
Man.
For what?
Defensive.
You said dudes.
Oh, they just on the team or something, or what?
They transferred over there. I think one of them gonna play though. I do think that DB gonna play.
I mean, I think both of them in the situation.
Yeah.
I think
it
both
helps
of
the
them in the
depth, right?
situation. You know what? Right now, you know what? I'm gonna go back and adjust my rankings. I'm gonna go DeSoto 1, Duncanville 2.
Why so? Why, Craig?
Cause
What I was
Peterman
going.
ain't there.
So Speedman ain't there.
Yep.
Damn. So you well, I
I didn't
mean,
think about that earlier.
DeSoto
Yeah.
lost at DC though, Todd.
Man, DeSoto ain't won no state championships just because of no defense. They scored 74 fucking points. Like, they made some plays against Duncanville, but their offense scored and their special team was on when they played Duncanville.
They had them big plays on offense and they had that special
Yeah.
teams
Like
play.
it's a lot, yeah. Like it's a lot easier coaching defense when you know you can give up 28 points a game and lose. I mean, you know 9 times out of 10 you still gonna win.
By a lot.
Yeah. Like that shit's different.
I mean, I get it. I'm just trying to balance it out. That's all I'm doing. I mean, you know, we just putting out facts.
Yeah, so yeah, I would say, I've got to go to Soto 1 then.
Which I was gonna go to Soto 1
Even
anyway
with
because
them.
no, I just feel like the Soto, hell, they on top. So until you beat them, they gonna be on top.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I can see that, but sometimes when you got, you know, in some situations you can look at what's coming back and shit and be like, okay, well then this team do, even though they beat them this time, really they done split the last 2 years. So you can say they both won 2 state championships. They both done lost to each other. I mean, shit, this winner take all right now, break the tie.
Yep.
It is.
Yeah, so
I think I don't know if people knew, but this is really the year that DeSoto was supposed to be at the top. This 2025 class. This was supposed to be the year that they. So really, they kind of last year too, this past year, but 2025 was always the year everybody talked about. The 2025 class. So I think this probably
but I
won't
thought it
be.
was, but my thinking always with them was, to me, the 2020, what was the icing on the cake for the 25 class was the 24 quarterback. He just happened to be a year ahead of them. But I think it was when he connected he connected back with them. Now they got to show, you know, that when he gone, somebody can step up and fill that void no matter who it is.
Right. And I will say they try to replace him with a Virginia Tech commit. So it's not like
Yeah,
they just
but this is what I'm saying. That means that, like in the game of throne as we live in, that kid probably wasn't there before because he knew who was in the 24 class.
oh, no doubt. No
You
doubt.
know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
at the end of the day, like that quarterback that DJ just left, anybody from around the area probably was like, I ain't finna go there because I ain't finna play behind DJ.
Right.
Yeah. Especially if you're a 2025. Why would you do that?
Yeah, I mean, but sometimes ain't nothing wrong waiting your shot.
Ain't nothing wrong with it. But in this era, I think, you know, people are kind of sitting and waiting their turn is kind of gone, right? Like we're in the microwave society. We're in the transfer portal era. Like, you know, y'all still doing it, Ty, amazingly, but everybody ain't doing it.
Yep, I mean, cause shit, I mean, at the end of the day, man, you just gotta be upfront and honest, shit.
Yeah, we do. And that's that like Ty, listen, man. Because it baffles me when you catch a lot of cats transferring, even at the high school level. And you know, in a school like Duncan, DeSoto would have like what, 4 quarterback transfer in, 3. You know what I
I don't
mean?
know.
You know, um, but I'm sure they knew that was an issue coming in 2 years ago, right? Like, who are we gonna have to back up DJ? You know, like you said, to your defense, nobody was gonna come to DeSoto because they know they weren't gonna play in front of DJ. Now it's wide open. It's no different than soccer. You know, you got a quarterback that's been playing, that has played 2 years, right? So it ain't like you got a quarterback no experience. When they somebody with soccer got a quarterback controversy, say no, they don't. They got a quarterback that's been playing that's gonna start, and it's gonna be his job to lose his job. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
like there's a difference between you not knowing what you got coming under center and it's wide open, as opposed to you got a quarterback that that's his job. Everybody knows that's his job, but it's also his job to lose. You know what I mean? Like if he gets beat out, it ain't because he didn't have opportunities.
Yeah.
It's because he got outplayed. And I'm curious to know how that quarterback situation with DeSoto went during the spring. I know we didn't get a chance to see them a lot, but I'm curious to know what it was like during the spring, the competition, and did the actual best quarterback win the job? Have you heard anything, J Matt?
On competition.
Yes.
Other than that, it's Kelvin, and
he the only one.
Well, I mean, they got the other guy, but he gonna have to wait if he's gonna be there. It is what
Well,
it is.
the good thing is you get a chance to see him play, and you'll know right away.
Yeah, it's still like a bad thing. It's like, okay, because like when you're a quarterback backup, you one play from being the starter.
Yeah.
Keelan Russell wasn't the starter his time on year, and the dude got hurt in that game. And next thing you know, Keelan Russell the man. So, it ain't a bad situation. Sometimes it ain't bad being a backup and then you getting that rock your senior year and letting that shit go. And you been in the system and you know how to operate that shit.
Yeah. Sometimes you just need a chance.
Yeah, for real. You got to hold it down, you know what I'm saying? And when your time comes, that shit gonna be there.
Shit, your quarterback did it and went 1-1 and lost, and went to 1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because if you playing the quarterback position, unless you just some special, superb talent, at some point in time, if you keep playing the game football, you ain't gonna be on the field.
Yeah.
So when you go to college, you don't never know when you may play again, unless now if it's just superb talented guy, now that's different right there. You just can't deny it. But that shit ain't given when you go to college.
Nah, that goes back to what I always say. Shit, when Superman show up, Superman gonna play. it don't matter. That's Superman, boy. That boy, you know what? Find somewhere for him to play. We'll figure it out. You know what I mean?
I see y'all been crunk about Kimber 7-on-7 too, man.
Hey man, I am, dog. I'm happy for Kimber, dog. Like I'm supporting them. I'm supporting them 100%, man. I want to see them go do it, and I actually think they got a shot. I really do. I think they got the skill players, and I think that'd be good for the program. Right now, a 7-on-7 championship for Kimball will be. What you think, Will?
I think it'll be awesome. Like, I think it's like anything in life, man. You got to start winning. You know what I mean? And whatever you win, it's no different than Soto. They kick-started a run for them that's unbelievable right now. You know what I mean? So you have to win. And if you know that you can go into a situation, regardless of whether it's 7-on-7 or battle of the trenches or whatever it is, it could be jump rope, hopscotch, silver spit to purpose. Those wins matter. And I think for a team like Kimball, hell yeah, it matters. It's huge for them. It's huge. I think they can win it. I'm excited for Kimball to see what they do throughout the course of the year, and particularly moving down to 5A.
4A.
I mean 4A. I'm sorry.
What you think about that, Ty? I know y'all don't put a whole lot of stock in the 7-on-7.
I'm not a big 7-on-7 guy, but I think anytime you can build something off of something, I say whatever it is, build from it and learn from it. But understand what's gonna really make you successful in the season is gonna be them trenches still.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know, as far as like going on the road, going on the run, like it's gonna come into play. I think that's big. So I hope they get better up front too. And then
that's huge for them. Yeah.
and then like I think the biggest thing in their district is I think whoever gets first place, the kids to get first place. And even though get first place, the fourth place team you're gonna see at that other district is gonna be a decent team. But you have a much better chance of advancing if you can get that first place spot.
You gotta get first because they playing the winner out of that. They playing the Panther Creek, Solana, Sulphur Springs
In
up there.
Kennedale,
Now it ain't Kennedale. I don't think Kennedale in that district. It's
they're not.
No, it's Solana,
Sulphur Springs, Panther Creek.
Panther Creek. Is that D1 or D2?
D1.
And it's Paris too, right? Or
I
somebody
think
like
Paris, yeah.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like a couple of them teams you named is teams that's gonna be pretty good. So they third place team. So they 1, 2, and 3 for sure gonna be good, and they fourth place team got a shot to be good, decent. So that's why you want your best odds. Whoever get first place got a chance to win. Everybody else going home.
Oh yeah, and Auburn. I don't know, man. God dog. Like, the district that they play, that District 7, you got Aubrey, Solano, Panther Creek, Lake Dallas, Nevada, Paris, Sulphur Spring. I ain't gonna lie,
Lake Dallas
man.
just dropped down too, didn't
he? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Like you can have a good year, but if the thing I think gonna help Kimberly is they gonna play a decent preseason. They got a couple, playing the Timberview game, and I forgot who else they playing preseason.
Little Rock.
Yeah, then they going on the road to play Pine Bluff. You know what I'm saying? And really, Todd, that Pine Bluff team, man, they got some ballers out there. Like they got some really good football players. They had like a big time receiver last year, a couple of them, but they got some squads that Pine Bluff team, man. Like they're not a slash team.
And who Carter played in the preseason?
Panther Creek.
That's it.
That's it. We're talking about.
Now they playing somebody else. Who y'all say? Because y'all got mad at me when I was talking about that schedule.
Oh, they play Pine Tree.
Somebody Shreveport.
Yeah, they play some team out of Shreveport. Yeah.
Oh, they don't play
y'all played in the preseason.
Oh yeah, they do play Longview Pine Tree. They play them.
Yes, I think both of them got better preseasons than what they've had in the. So
yeah,
the key is they somebody better get first place because the first place game could actually be a decent game too.
That's what I was just going to say. You got to think about it. If it's Sulphur Spring ain't no easy out. Hell, if it's Lake Dallas.
Yeah, because Lake Dallas dropping down too, and I think they went to the playoffs last year at 5A, didn't they?
Where's Peterman at? Is he at Lake Dallas?
Nah, he at Lake Worth.
Oh, Lake Worth, okay.
Oh, and we can't even put him up. They got to see them in the playoff. Cause I think Lake Worth, I think Peterman gonna get them rolling pretty quick. Shout out to my man Coach Shelton, the DC over there.
Yeah, they got a lot of J-Mac going on over there right now.
Hey man, you gotta bring them back home.
Yeah, so my thing is like that's the key for Carter and Kim. Like somebody need to get first play.
They really do. They really do.
See, this is another thing too that I think gonna be a lot different than what people be understanding. Like if you go back and look at the first round games of Kimball over the last 5 years, the scores of the first round game, I think Kimball was probably the most competitive in the first round this year against Ennis, correct?
They were. They lost that by a point, wasn't it? Like they had a chance to win that game. It's like 6 to
I think it was
0.
like a touchdown or two, something like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
So now you're saying they were competitive for the first time in a long time in the playoffs. So now when they drop down, they still gonna probably play a team that may not have a player as good as it is, but they're gonna be playing a team that's gonna be as competitive and as well coached as that. So you're gonna still probably find yourself in one of them type of games in the first round. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Where it's gonna come down to execution. It ain't gonna be a thing where Kimball dropped the 4A and now they just gonna beat everybody in the playoffs by 30 points.
No.
It's still gonna be good football.
Yeah, and that's what I was talking to. I was talking to Bam about it earlier today, man. It's the same type of conversations. Like, dropping down from 5A to 4A is good for Kimball, but it doesn't necessarily equate to wins.
Yeah.
I think in their district it does, because they are a team that actually went to the playoffs in 5A and was competitive in that first round, which is a plus for them, right? Competitively speaking, to everybody in that district, they had the upper hand. I think for them, and it kind of goes back to what you're talking about, Todd, is they strategically went out and got a better preseason schedule. You know what I mean? And I think at the end of the day, planning this 7-7 7-on-7 is going to help. But I think the other part of it too is they got to figure out what they're going to do about their line. Because at the end of the day, once you are able to be extremely competitive up front and you have a confident skill set, you have opportunity to move. You know what I mean?
Ward over here being a bully, man. We finna get out of here. Go Ward over here.
Hey, so
what Ward say, man?
So yeah, what Kimball really should beat the hell out of Carter, because if Swagger say our Carter team transferred.
No, because Swagger said we got this big time quarterback coming in.
Yeah, we just had the coach on. The coach just said he's a great linebacker. I mean, he's just gonna play quarterback.
Who got a quarterback?
Carter got it. They got a great quarterback linebacker. They got a slash.
From where?
Arlington, Seguin.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
But
Ty, you
I'm saying, I thought Swagger said some of the other kids left.
4 of them.
Yeah, he said 4 guys left Carter.
Well, damn, I know they ain't got enough to be replacing 4 guys if they can play.
Man, stop that, Todd. Stop. You clearly wasn't in You wasn't in pregame.
Oh, they can't play.
J-Mac. He let Todd know. Let's just get it clear.
Well, Todd probably don't give a fuck about pissing you off. I'm pretty sure.
No, he don't. He don't. He ain't under number go ahead harder.
Yeah, you just gonna make Todd go hard.
Man, what?
No, we said to the coaches that we have on, we like, with Coach Carr, you can't talk about the Big Ten, you can't talk about Michigan, and you can't talk about Carter. But of course, they don't apply to Coach Todd because he don't really give a
damn.
Oh man, sorry, man. Like, goddamn.
Don't worry about it, Coach. You don't have to explain yourself. I understand.
So did the quarterback, was he the starting quarterback at Seguin?
He was a rotational player. They rotated 2 quarterbacks.
Oh, okay. I mean, because with Swaggy was talking hell, I thought they had goddamn Cam Newton coming in and motherfucker or something.
Well, Coach,
he did play linebacker.
The last game of the season at Seguin, he played linebacker. And the coach said if he would have came back, he'd have fought very hard to get him back on his side of the ball.
Yeah, damn.
And then the kid transferred to Carter.
Well, he went home.
Because he lives in Carter District. That was his home school.
So what I'm saying, like, is the kid a better prospect at linebacker or quarterback?
Coach, we don't know.
Coach,
we just telling you what the coach said.
He's 6'4", 200. I'm guessing he probably a better prospect at linebacker because the DC said he was excited about him. So
Charlie said.
These are the facts, Coach. We just give the facts.
Yo, damn. Yeah, that's swaggy over there. He probably in charge of this shit.
Yeah.
Damn.
But I will say this: they kept Cam, which is really good. You know, they got Cam and they got the young running back. So I'm assuming that the offensive line is coming back. I don't think they had many seniors, so I think Carter gonna have a decent offense. We'll just see what the defense gonna do. But I think their offense, they gonna run the ball, and kind of the same thing as last year.
So is this quarterback supposed to be better than the one they had last year?
Well, Cam was the one they had last year. He was more athletic quarterback. He wasn't
No, I'm talking
necessarily
about the one that they had one that threw the ball decent until he got hurt or something.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I don't know, Todd. I ain't seen that cat play.
I'm gonna pop out there 7-on-7. I'll let you know.
Yeah, I think they might play in that. You going to that Madison thing this weekend, Todd? Y'all playing in that this weekend?
Yeah, we sending our freshmen and JV teams out there.
Okay.
You going, Willow?
Yeah, I mean, might as well.
Okay, so we going.
Well, we broadcasted live from there last year.
Yeah, so we going.
Hey, just long as we don't come back out here the next day talking about bad football and shit.
We had fun last year.
Todd, I don't talk about nothing that ain't true. And I can't sit there and call 7-on-7 bad football. It's flag football. What do you want me to say?
Yeah, y'all was out there last year. I remember I was watching it.
Yeah, it was Madison and Carter in the finals.
I know, man. Shit.
And we got excited about a kid, and we was like, "Oh man, he gonna be dope." And we saw him in the fall, and we was like, "Oh no."
Yeah, that 7-on-7. Sometimes that shit can give you a false impression.
Oh yes, it can.
It do.
Hey, it's like looking at that girl across all the way across the club, and it kind of dark, and then them lights come on.
Hey, Ty, you remember when we was?
You sober up. The lights come on, and you sober up.
Yeah, you like, God damn.
Hey, you remember when we was in elementary school, Ty, and junior high school, J Mac, when we used to talk to chicks on the phone and we ain't never see him, be like, "Girl, you sound good." Oh, I know you look good. I know you look. You dating them and everything. I ain't even seen them. Then when you see him, you're like, "Oh my God."
Hey man, true story, dog. You know, that was back when you used to beat people when they dialed the wrong number. True story. I walked from where I lived over there in Redbird all the way over there to Keesey Pope, and it was a booger wolf, but she sounded good.
How long did you stay?
Not long at all.
Keystone Pope. Oh shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
For Redbird?
For Redbird, I walked all the way down.
Oh, J-Mac, I used to
man,
do
my boy Lamar.
Summertime, dog.
Hey, my boy Lamar, my boy Lamar, he like the Skip Bayless of the fucking youth of the dub. Hey, Lamar, man, shit, man, damn these people, Lamar. Keep speaking your opinion. I love it.
You love it, Todd?
Yeah, we need that, man. We don't need everybody agreeing with each other and shit.
I mean, you at least gotta say some sensible shit.
I mean, he did say something sensible, man.
Todd is over here encouraging anything.
I mean, Lamar makes some good points, man.
See, I see we all sleeping.
Hey, so Lamar don't make good points too, man.
I'm disappointed in Lamar right now. Now it's probably a good time to ask me about Lamar.
Hey, see, J-Mac, ever since you got that damn ring, dog, ever since you got that settlement.
I'm just saying, man.
Hey, Will, Now he posting pictures at the gym and shit.
He done lost weight. You know what I mean?
Hey
That's what
man,
I ain't mad at you, dog. I ain't mad at you.
you know you gotta change
His
up.
ass in the man, he in the gym with his goddamn state championship ring on and shit.
Lifting.
Hey, sitting down talking to people and shit. Yeah, you know how I got this? Got this shit in settlement.
hey, Ty, he talking like this now. Yeah, what's up? This is a big ass ring sitting right there.
Yeah.
Hey, but you know the crazy part about that whole settlement, man, he didn't settle with his co-defendant.
Yeah, who was winning?
B. Rise.
Everybody
he left B. Rise out.
Child, the funniest part. Go ahead.
He told B. Rise, I'm gonna have my name on it, but it's really like it's both ours. You just let me know you want to borrow it.
Child, B. Rise didn't even know it went down. That's the bad part about it. B. Rise didn't even know what happened till we was on the show, because B. Rise was still firm in. He had planted his feet in the middle of this controversy, and he was ready for this lawsuit. He had his feet planted. He was ready to go forward. He hit J-Mac. He goes, J-Mac, yeah, man, you know, been the last time the dudes hit us. And I was like, wait a minute, B. Rise, you still in that? You didn't know he settled out of court? Look at that ring.
Hey, Beyonce must hit your ass up.
Hey man,
I want to know who turned your name in to get a ring, man.
It's 3 hours and 11 minutes.
But who turned your name in so we can go on, fool?
The Lord.
See, Will, see that what I'm talking about. Hey, matter of fact, we got a reward out for whoever can find out who turned J-Mac name in, because they had to call him for his ring size.
He went up there, coach, and did it in person. So J-Mac, I'm glad you said that. How did that work? How did that whole process go down?
In last words, man, it's time to get out.
Hey,
man, the Lord works in mysterious ways.
Hey, so did Pat Boteezy get one?
Ironically not. But Alito,
and ain't Joe Madden supposed to be his kinfolk?
Yeah, but Alito didn't send me no gift box either.
Damn, they didn't give it to their own kinfolk.
Hey Todd, I want you to see what's going on here. J-Mac got a ring from DeSoto, and they even put J-Mac the dub on it. So Pat got a gift box from Alito. And you know,
J-Mac from the dub.
Yep.
Yeah.
Ironically,
Damn,
I'm just sitting here looking at.
That's not,
I'm looking at you. I'm looking at you, Todd.
That's like, we gonna take care of you and B. Rise, fool.
I'm just looking at you.
Hey, you know what I'm saying? All that. He need a sock ring. That's what he said.
Listen.
I ain't realize one member could get a ring if he got the dub on.
Coach, let's just let you know who the dub actually is.
Yeah.
I am just a co-host. My boy called me when he need help.
Hey, so really, J-Mac really pulled some swaggy shit, fool.
No,
he's like Cal Ward say, he's really David Ruffin.
Hey man, the dub is swaggy. Everybody tunes in for swaggy. Nobody wants
Swaggy ain't been on here in 10 weeks.
Yeah, but they still asked about it. Every time we go on, everybody asks about swaggy. This is the swaggy.
Well, people they ask you when you coming on because you're not on. J-Mac, when you coming on? J-Mac, how long you gonna stay on? J-Mac, when you gonna be there? J-Mac, when you get your ring? J-Mac, do you need a ring? J-Mac, you need to drop
this is my thing though. So one thing we know, J-Mac reached a settlement. For unknown reasons, J-Mac stopped. He don't drink no more. Another thing is now he take pictures looking in the mirror at the workout place.
It's true.
That's a lot of shit lined up. What Jay may be doing some swaggy shit, fool.
Yeah, and I'm not. You know what, Todd? And I'm not even mad at none of this. I was so excited for my friend that he got a Marine from his alma mater. You know what I mean? So I'm excited for him. I think he deserved it. You know, he almost took an ass whooping for it. So
that's where you're wrong.
He should wear that. She should wear that with pride. You know what I mean? They didn't do their time. They didn't do nothing but throw him out the stadium.
Hey, I know he better not say shit about the Soto game that got
Nothing.
that rain.
So he signed an NDA.
Hey, that's what I was talking about. See. Some people get 30 million. Some people just get a ring.
Hey, he got a ring. He said he ain't saying shit about the Soto ever again.
Hey, motherfucker gonna be the mascot for their ass next year.
Hey man, I'm gonna leave y'all with this. It ain't how many people like you, as long as the right people like you.
Oh, so who got you that ring? Rachel Pryor?
You are looking live at
The Dub in 3, 2. 1 for the money, 2 for the show, 3 get ready, 4 to let go. Talking that talk, it's all that we don't. It's football time, we ready to roll. We bringing the coaches close to the fans, answering questions not from the stands. D1 players with offers in hand, from DF Dubs, the best in the land. 6 be coming to play like 8, 5 be coming to play like 8, 4 and 3 be coming like 8. Private schools be making it 8, cool in the game, Bad and Brian doing our thing. Weird and Jeremy ready to swing. Oh, I forgot it's a card to thing. We do it for the dub. We do it for the dub. We do it for the dub.